Stand by. The BRN goes worldwide at 6 a.m. Eastern.
Attention, BRN affiliates. Showtime in 90 seconds. Showtime in 60 seconds. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
You don't think you're getting ass
Bubba,
when you get
she's
home?
been woken up and been around empty trash bags before. I've done this taking out the garbage and replacing it and doing all this. This is nothing new. This has not directly or indirectly led to ass, which is why I'm not so eager to start doing this every single day.
Yeah, but if you did it every day, it would eventually, you'd get that ass credit.
I just don't like the trade-off of you have to do this to get this.
That's the way all women are.
Nah, I thought that's...
Well, not mine. Mine does what she's told.
Exactly.
But I'm just
has to be talented. He gets ass.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Welcome, everybody. I just want to get on the air. I got so much stuff to say. I try to write down all the crosstalk that we're having before the show starts, and some of it's brilliant. And I'm like, everybody be quiet. We need to talk about that on the air. But then, I almost forget. I think I forget a lot of that, and then we don't end up so I gotta start writing that stuff down. Like I remember, I think just right before we were starting on the air, we were talking about Seth having a meltdown. And so I wrote that down, Seth meltdown. We need to get into that. Not necessarily this early on.
Oh, man.
But, we need to get into that. I wrote that down last minute. Tuttle's here. Tuttle, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you today, Bubba?
We were great. I feel like I'm talking to Eddie Haskell. Remember, does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Haskell, how he just told everybody what they wanted to hear, and he was just always so really nice.
And he was a dick behind everybody's back.
But deep down, he was just the biggest dick ever, but he told everybody what they wanted to hear. Like, oh, hello, Warren. How are you doing? You look lovely today, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
And then he'd go home and say, hey, Lauren's real stupid.
Yeah.
Probably the same type of dynamic that I have with all of you.
I think the new Tuttle's been pretty genuine. Like, I don't feel like he's putting on any facade or a work or anything like that.
He's not. That's his gimmick. Like, I'm not saying that he's.
I think that's just Patrick Fowler. I don't see a gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I'm not gonna claim like I know him, better than anybody else, but I feel like this is truly him.
I think so too, but I think he might accelerate it a little bit. He might press the gas a little harder on his gimmick when he's on the air.
I think
as we all do.
It's my deadpan delivery. It doesn't sound believable.
Really? So you're already down on yourself before we even start the show?
Well, I'm just saying I'm sincere. It's just my delivery and my monotone voice that doesn't sell it.
Yeah. Boy, Tuttle, I really hope that this can turn into something and you could really be like, go out in life as a real broadcaster. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
after Tuttle finds a real job that's paying him well and he's living his best life, now you're trying to suck him back into this world full time?
No. What I'm saying is, like, I would hope that maybe the show could hit really, really big. Let me, we have like some extra money when Tuttle could be like, part of the whole deal. Because I think Tuttle is needed on a full-time basis. I really do. I kind of do.
Yeah, I need some cuts. I need some at-bats, man.
Right. So, but I don't know. You're so polarized, even with me. Like, some days I love you, and you're just nailing it, and you're doing the deadpan Tuttle gimmick, and you're just like, you know how to work. And then there's some time, and I love you, and then there's some times where, like, you want
to punch me in the face.
I want to punch you in the face because half-assed. See, you're brilliant. You're really, really good. But sometimes you get a little lazy and you call, like with the fisherman on the side of the road.
Yeah, that was bad. I know.
But here's the deal.
He went out there, though.
But if you're a rookie in the business, you submit that to Bubba the Love Sponge. But when you're a veteran of the business, and you know that I thrive on, people messing up and me getting a yell at them. Like, that's part of, not what I mean, that's part of the show shtick is that, I'm like Mr. Krabs. I could snap at any time, whether it's leaving the light on or whether, it's providing content that's subpar. You should know that if you're going to hand something to me. Now, if it was a rookie, yeah, I would have a little bit more, leniency. But here's a guy, a seasoned veteran, worked for the likes of Ron and Ron and Russ Rollins and Shannon Burke and Mike Calta and Drew Garabo. I mean, you've worked for them all.
Yes.
And you know how to work. Like, you giving me subpar video, which indicates that you just truly half-assed something, and I would be able to sniff it out.
But, Bubba, was it really that bad if we're talking about it 3 weeks later? I mean, it was so...
It's going to be considered the worst thing,
But it resonated.
No, it resonated suck.
Well, I sent over, Rhett got his new one up, Rhett got Tuttle's new video up, so I sent it over.
Oh, really?
It's in your IM.
Okay, thank you. And Tuttle, if I remember right, I heard I'm going to be, wow, look, hold on, look what's staring me right in the face here. Look, hold on. Oh, it wasn't that. It was here's the clip.
Wait, did Tuttle give you a haircut? I'm sorry, did Colton give you a haircut?
Here's the thumbnail. And tell me that just like, duh, I'm Colton. My name's Colton, and I'm going to cut my buddy's hair.
Dude,
I'm high.
We were talking about Colton on pigmentation yesterday, and we just said that he's just one of those dudes
Do you know what he is? He's like the mayor of Kingstown, where he can just get he didn't have that big of authority, but he just gets stuff done.
No, he's a good dude. Like
he's a flim-flamming, hard-working, just what I'm saying?
Good guy.
Yeah.
Like great, like all of those things. But he's a good guy that would do anything for one of his friends.
And he's always on the grind. Like he just makes money. I like just migrant workers and everything.
I'm being honest. Like there's not many people that I can be around and I feel good. Like I feel elevated. And I feel like Colton's one of those people because he's just a great dude.
Well, not only that, but he's so detail oriented and he's just Like for instance, like you know that he probably, Lummy, has a set of jumper cables in his car, like 3 or 4 or 5 bottles of water. He's always ready.
He's always ready for anything.
Space food, flares.
Yeah, I mean he's got exactly lawn chairs, and he's just always he always wants to help. like let me when Colton saw us struggling at the Juneteenth celebration at Latin Sons, and here we are, we got water ankle deep, we got generators running, we got electrical cords running, we got the cash machine that's soaked. We just we got to get the tent down. We have to abort this mission because it's just getting ready to be bad.
Didn't he make some road closed signs too out of sawhorses?
He took this wood. He took this wood and made it look all official, and it put it detour. He went and somehow found.
No, he had them. I asked him. Totally, you probably know more than I do. He collects signs, Bubba.
Yes, he does.
I know, and so he had to. He has.
Sorry.
He collects signs, and so he had 2 detour signs, and he made 2 sawhorses that looked really city official, and along with these big industrial, not just the kind of cones that you buy, at Walmart, but the ones that the DOT have that are
reflective,
that are reflective and are weighted at the bottom.
None of this is exaggerated, by the way. This is all 100% accurate.
So he's got detour signs in the middle. Then he's got 2 big and DOT red cones on orange cones on either side, and he has it on both entrances. I mean, had it not rained out, Lummy, we could have accommodated the entire neighborhood. Like Seth, we were not going to have a space issue if that road remained, closed.
Oh no! And plus, when we were done, we could have put a stop sign on every corner. We were going to leave the hood better than we found it.
So anyway, Tuttle, I was hoping that I was going to get some bingo footage, and you've had a month to get it done, and this is the first that I'm hearing that there might have been a little snafu in the bingo gimmick, and instead I'm going to get Tuttle's beauty salon.
Yeah. I mean,
is that what I'm getting here?
Well, I mean, I always wanted the Peaky Blinders haircut with it shaved on the side and long on the top, and I showed him the videos. He was like, "What type of trash show is this?" and
Colton?
No, the Bezo, the guy that cut my hair.
Oh, so I thought actually Colton was going to cut your hair.
No, we went to his.
You went to his barber.
Yes.
Well, I almost think that we shouldn't be playing this because it's like our loyalty is to Latin Sons, and if we're playing,
he's not competing with them. He does it for his friends and stuff.
Does he do it out of his house?
Yeah, it's out of his house.
Okay, all right. But Seth,
Colton said he can't have Latin Sons touch his hair because he needs a shower immediately after a haircut. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why he wants to continue getting his haircut at home.
All right. So anyway, make a long story short, I just want to let you know, Seth, I'm mindful of us airing any potential barbershop footage from this area out of my loyalty for Latin Sons. Okay?
I appreciate that. I'm sure they do. But
I'm not gonna lie. Don't anybody send me any barber you over at Tim's or any other place. Any footage that's on the Bubba the Love Sponge show, barbershop related, will be Latin Sons. Craig and Rio, my friend. Boom.
And not only
it's a new law. I just laid it down executively.
He does haircuts, but he also pretty much produces every local Tampa rap video as well too.
All right, hold on. So this place that Colton gets his haircut, he's is he an African American man?
Yes.
Okay, and he knows how to do Colton's hair just perfect the way he likes it, and he also has a recording studio at the barbershop.
Recording studio, video editing studio. He has all this equipment.
Cuts hair.
Yes.
Has he worked with Tampa Tony?
I think he has actually.
Is this the guy that cuts the hair shirtless?
No.
Because Colton used to go to this guy that he always used to have.
That was another. That was a trap house that we went to.
Hold on.
Sure.
We went to a trap house one time.
Please, everybody, please stop. Hit the brakes. Hold on. Lummy, thank you. See, that's the great thing about this show is that somebody will tell on you. If you've done anything shady and anybody on this show can remember it and shove it right back up your ass to make you look stupid and to completely grab my attention, that's what they do. They just lob little zingers in there, you know what I'm saying? Because Lummy, when you blurted out, that's nothing. Colton used to get his hair cut at a trap house. The guy that didn't wear any shirt.
Yeah, he was like this fat guy.
How do I not say, whoa, hold on. Tell me. Tuttle, are you the person that knows the most about this information?
I was with him one time, and the haircuts took forever because guy had to make exchanges out the back door every so often.
So hold on. You're at a trap house. He's slinging all types of stuff. In between slinging, he can cut some hair.
Yep.
So he could be right there on that real crucial point of getting your fade right, and he has to go out the back and sell a dime bag.
Oh, yeah.
Why do guys put themselves through so much potential danger to go get a haircut?
It's fun.
But I'm just saying, man, these barbers are hustlers.
Oh, yeah, you got to have
know,
3 jobs if you're a barber.
Rio's, he's got to grind, and Craig's got to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just,
I mean, they're the guys that know how to get things, Bubba. I mean,
know.
so
They're just grinding.
Yeah.
So anyway, Cole, Tuttle. Now so you guys went to the trap house? Is this the trap house?
Colton switched barbers because his old. Yeah, he went to jail.
Oh, the trap house guy went to jail?
Yeah, so we had to find a new barber.
Oh, other than that, Colton probably would have stayed with that dude to the end, wouldn't he? Because Colton's loyal. He's like that stray that you find on the porch.
Yeah, I thought one guy was going to pull on me because I walked on his carpet with my shoes on, and there was a pile of dog crap in the corner.
I
And
know.
I'm like,
The house is a crappy house.
And he thought he was going to pull it out of the waistband? Is that what it's called in the ghetto? I was going to get pulled on?
He was going to pull the strap on me.
Did they think you were a cop too, or something?
Yeah, they did.
They thought you were undercover.
You do look like a cop.
No,
get out of here.
No, they did because
I would like to buy like a bag of heroin, and
No, they were.
By the way, you have the right to remain
Bubba,
silent.
the reason is because
They
you
were
gotta remember
smoking.
back then Tuttle was always like getting up, walking around, looking at everything, and he was being nosy.
Why? Because he was like tweaking or something?
Yeah, because Tuttle tweak. It was the Tuttle tweaks. I mean, there was a period of your time that we could probably call Tuttle tweaks, could we not?
Oh yes, for sure.
There was a time that we could, there was Tuttled married, and Tuttled married was responsible and helped run you and your wife had a tanning salon business, and you were on the radio.
And I had to use the tongs during spray tanning. I had to, stretch out.
Oh yeah, so your office. Also, not only were you a tanning salon,
You
but
had a business?
Well, hold on, yeah.
Wow.
Tuttle and his wife had a tanning salon.
That's cool.
And a spray tan business. And sometimes when Tuttle would have to do the spray, because the person.
Tuttle would have to do the spray tan?
Yeah, and sometimes when guys would want their wiener.
Come on.
We're not. Listen.
Tanning tongs.
You're telling me that Tuttle was tanning wieners?
Yes.
You know what? Let me just take a step back.
Okay.
And let Tuttle tell the story as to what the
Okay.
So that way it comes from him and not me, and he's the guy. It's about him. It's his life.
I would only do the guys. We had a girl that would spray tan the girls. Okay, so what would end up happening if you spray tan a flaccid genitalia, okay, you would get lines on it because
you would, because when it got hard, then it would have racing stripes on it.
Yeah,
right?
so you'd have to stretch it out. I had these tongs that you would grab a certain part of it, stretch it out, and spray tan the underneath part and the top part.
Were the tongs made specifically for the?
No, they were just barbecue tongs with socks on the end of them.
You had a nice tan wiener.
They were barbecue tongs with socks on the ends of them.
Can we get the Diacos to invest in another salon for Tuttle?
No, I don't think Tuttle wants to be. I think, honest to God, Tuttle would rather be a kind of a grifter and whatever he's doing nowadays.
Fish.
I mean, whatever he's doing now, then get back into I think the tanning salon business is the worst. I mean, isn't it, Tuttle? You always got to worry about tanning beds breaking down, and you're always on the grind trying to get that monthly deal instead of the session deal.
Why do guys want their wieners tanned?
Makes it look better?
Yeah, tan skin always looks way better, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. They offered spray tan. Some dude said, like, hey, you can spray me flaccid, so when I get an erection, I don't care about the racing stripes. And the other dude said, whip out the barbecue willies with the sock kickers, stretch me out, paint me, make sure it's completely painted. You know,
Did it feel like you were giving him a hand job, Tuttle?
No, it can't. You got wooden handles.
No, but you're handling
I'm not touching it. No, I'm not.
You're handling it.
The guy stretches it out for you, and then he like it's almost a relay race.
I use a left hand.
He hands it over to you.
Were you licensed, Tuttle, or no?
No.
Okay.
So the guy stretch Armstrongs it, and then it's like handing off a baton. He hands the gland off to you with your tongs. You got your tongs ready there,
and I spray with my right.
And you spray with your right. You pull with your left, spray with your right. That's Tong 101. So, I mean, Tuttle,
I got good tips, too.
Oh, my.
For men?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if I had to get spray tanned and was going to have my wiener, stretch Armstronged, I would probably have. Would you have a man or a woman do it?
I think legally you'd have to do sex on sex, like male on male, female female.
You can't have a girl.
I'm not having no man be tanning me up.
Why?
I mean,
I want it to be a women's.
I would almost prefer it to be a woman, but not really, unless I was. Now, if I was chubbed and I looked okay, maybe. But
see, that's the problem. Guys would just come in, not even worried about getting a tan. It was just getting the tongs.
Hold on. Now. So you're saying your tong technique ended up being
word of mouth,
so over the top that a guy said, "Man, you know what? Don't even worry about my back. Just can you tong me? Can you tong me, Tuttle? Tuttle's tong me."
I think I did about 8 in one day.
Wow. And that's got to be somewhat humiliating as a man.
Yeah.
That here you are, or is it just a business?
It's just a business.
Right,
I've done more stuff on the radio than wiener tongs.
Yeah.
Do you think you still can do it, Tuttle? Or you think you lost your touch?
Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, he can tong you up.
You tong one, you can tong any of them.
Now, I mean, here's the deal, though. But I got to think that you'd probably seen an unbelievable of different shapes and sizes of penises. I mean, there's probably
uncircumcised was the hardest one to do.
Oh yeah, I would say because they had to at that point probably
fold back.
They had you probably needed their assistance for the fold back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how we got into this.
Well, there is a question from Chad. Blonde Diva wants to know: do you have for their butts? What'd you do for that? Did you have to do anything for that?
Well, if they wanted to, they could spread them because you didn't want to. Because you would get lines in the back too.
What is with these people spreading cracks to avoid lines, man?
You don't want a tan line.
We're not in. I mean, I got to think,
dude.
Really, real spray tan enthusiasts, really want to,
take it seriously.
Listen, if you and I are going to get spray tan for the week, because we got a wedding, Seth. First of all, I would never even spray tan, so I can't even.
Right, but I mean, I would not even look at a woman and go, "Oh, she's got tan lines. What a disgusting whore. Go get painted up."
Yeah,
bitch.
but narcissistic people, or just not narcissistic people, you look better. You just naturally, everybody looks better tan.
I know, but I'm not. I don't need a dong tong.
I know. That's why you wouldn't ask Tuttle for the tongs.
And a lot of guys would shave all down to the slab too, just to get it more even.
Right. Yeah, like I got to think that a really hairy guy almost can't get spray tanned because it won't go through his pelt.
No. There's some pretty thick ones too.
Was there ever any men that you had to say, "Hey, listen, I don't think I could." You got too much of a hairy pelt.
Yeah, it's just not going to come out even. And I warn them ahead, and if they're not happy, they can come back and get a second coat at a later date. We did offer that.
Like a car wash.
Like make a car spraying place. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Tuttle. No, and your wife then she did it she spray tanned the ladies.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Tuttle, you need to sit down with somebody like Shane Gillis or something and just kind of tell them your parts of your life and just kind of see if they're willing to buy any of those aspects to make skits out of them because you got some gold, man.
He does. He's got some unbelievable stuff. And then let's not forget. So that was the Tuttle Tong area.
Was that a good business, Tuttle, for real? Like, did you guys do good?
Wintertime was pretty good, but the gimmick is we offered a discount for it to be automatically withdrawn on a monthly basis.
Right.
So you would actually have to come in and sign a piece of paper to cancel, and a lot of people just didn't want to be bothered. So it was like we would
some people may go a year and not ever go to the tanning salon because it's automatic auto debit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ding them for $10 a month.
Yeah, but like how at your tanning peak, at your tanning empire peak. By the way, what was it called?
Golden Tan.
Golden Tan, very original, and a lot of thought.
I was wanting to go Tuttle Tan, but they wouldn't.
Right.
Sign would have been too expensive.
Tans by Tuttle. Tans by Tuttle. Yeah. So how many beds did you have?
We had 6 low-end beds, and then we had 2 high-end ones that removed all the harmful UVB rays and stuff. We did pretty well during the wintertime. Summer was a little bit slower.
So you had 8 total beds, and would you try to sell them to the super bed?
Oh yeah,
the 6 normal beds, then 2 super beds, which I'm assuming was so much. You had some kind of spiel that you would tell them as to why it's a super bed, and then put an uptick on the deal probably.
Yeah, and then sell them on lotion too.
Yeah. So listen. Let me tell you something. When you go into the tanning salon, if you wear lotion, it accelerates. Like almost like double tanning.
Yeah, and they can be as expensive as like $8-9 for like a little small packet.
Yeah, that you paid 27 cents for.
Oh yeah,
right. And then the spray on tan, what was that cost?
That one was $35.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tong didn't matter. Tong was just a courtesy.
Yes. It's like a hot towel.
Right. And you guys could make, decent money?
Wintertime, we could make in between $8,000 and $1,000 a day.
Wow. Now, did she do a shift and you do a shift and then you close? Is that how you did it?
She would open up, and then I would do the radio show, which was right down the street in Maitland, and I would go there and I would clean up all the sweaty beds for the rest of the day, and then go home.
After the radio show, then you'd go down and help.
Yeah.
Help, and then was she able to go and do her thing then?
No, she just sat up front and looked pretty and greeted the people.
And how'd you score that?
I don't know, man. At radio.
How'd you first? You have radio. Radio is like me and Phil Henry yesterday were talking about all the. I mean, we kind of started. He's the only one, Lummy, that ever be able to dance with me, living in that era of there was really a radio groupie era.
And
there really was, and honest to God, when I was single, literally, and like 2000 to 2002 or no, whatever.
I didn't lose my virginity until I got into radio.
I was single, Lummy, and just slaying it. Had my big 7,000 square foot house done.
You think Phil got excited when you were telling about your conquest yesterday?
I think he was. I think he was pleasantly surprised that there's another dude
because he's a guy. He looks like he's the kind of guy that will fly to a town to bang a woman down.
Well,
you had them just coming up to your studio overnight.
And I'm talking. Yeah, now that he's elderly, he has to fly to see his girl. But when he was at KFI or when he was in Los Angeles or Miami, and he was the top 40 night guy like I was, he was girls back then, man.
He said Miami was crazy.
Was he on the station when Neil Rogers? Was he on the same station as Neil?
Yeah, Neil was middays and he was afternoons, and then Rick and Suds were in the morning.
I remember when Brian Cox, the Miami Dolphin middle linebacker, was suing him because Phil Hendry was doing a Brian Cox character.
Oh, yeah.
The whole time. Oh, man, that
Brian
was
would call in and be like, man, I just want to let you know, man, we really sucked it up. Remember, Seth, remember during the broadcast, he actually, during the podcast, he actually did say it was odd that he was on the station that hosted the Miami Dolphins and they just talked crap about him.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite figure that out. Which, by the way, that was part of Clem and Cush yesterday, my Phil Henry interview. And Seth, I gotta thank you because I get in this interview mode, and it was nice to have you interject a couple questions to slow me down, but to give the interview a different texture. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It was a great interview.
Yeah, it was great, and he is a true legend.
Yeah, he's a fun. He likes you, Bubba.
Yeah,
he thinks you're funny.
Well, there's not. God, I hate to time myself out or try to include myself into.
You're one of the last radio guys that.
Well, there's not. If you look at Howard, gone. If you look at Jim Rome, he's still killing it terrestrially. Rush Limbaugh. I'm talking about my Mount Rushmore of radio people. Rush Limbaugh gone. Howard gone to you can't hear him on the radio. He's not terrestrial radio. He's not still on the radio, so to speak. Phil Henry gone, and it's just Jim Rome. unless I was to collude myself. But, I don't know that you know what was more satisfying is that Phil made me feel as if I'm part of that upper echelon club. And I think deep down, I think I'm kind of the next rung below. I think you have the Howard Sterns and the Neil Rogers and the Phil Henrys and the Jim Romes and the Rushes. And then the next rung down are the Bubba the Love Sponges, Opie Anthony's, Mancow.
I think Phil was uncomfortable, Delilah.
Yeah.
I think Phil was uncomfortable with you even putting him in like the upper echelon of radio.
What he didn't realize is Phil is so humble, is that he doesn't realize that I think you said it best, that he is most radio guys' favorite radio guy.
Yeah.
Like, really people are like,
you could just appreciate everything that he does.
Oh, because you do it and there's no way. Like if I was on this phone over here, I was the character, and then I had to move that, and then I had to do a different voice for another character, and then I had to use my other microphone to be Bubba, and then I got to back over the telephone and be the telephone guy.
Why even put that much effort in when you could just take calls?
Man, I got to think that he burned 4,000 calories a show.
That's why I had to stop smoking weed.
Yeah. My God. But anybody that really knows art, there's not a lot of radio people left. All the new generation of people that are, on the radio, so to speak, terrestrially, they don't know about running a digital board or running an analog board, or they don't know anything about, most of them don't know anything about live spoken radio. Most of them don't. Any of these new personalities a lot of their stuff's recorded.
I thought you brought up a great point talking about not having a farm system anymore.
That's the problem. That's why radio doesn't have any personalities, because they didn't, back in the day, in today's world, you could just start in Tampa. Like if you're just let's just be intellectually honest. Their program director over there. What's his name? John Brennan?
Yeah, John Brennan.
John Brennan. His program director, market, now ops manager, market 17, and he was a USF communications graduate and never, ever, 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 ever had put any time in at any other radio station and worked under, any other programming people. You just went from USF to program director. You didn't have to start out like I did in Terre Haute, Indiana, and go to Grand Rapids and San Antonio and Milwaukee and Philadelphia and Orlando.
Yeah, but he's just a good corporate boy willing to work for a discounted rate to do a bunch of work, Bubba.
I understand that, but that just shows you how sad the business is the fact that, you won't even get true radio guys with grit that has been around the country a little bit and worked for various, the Stephen Smiths, and worked for the big programming guys, and you had programming strategies, and you have to report to your regional guy, and it's just these program directors now are little bitch yes men that will just do whatever's told.
You know what was great about real radio back in the day is that when they saw somebody that had potential, they would just put them on overnight.
Yeah.
Just put them there and cut your teeth and learn your craft.
Yeah. Or like, if they saw somebody who had a little something like, they'll put them on like Sunday, 8 to midnight. They bury him in the overnights just to really get him because at that time you want to get him as much mic time as you can. So maybe they do, overnights and then maybe a weekend shift as well. And you're just, you're getting a guy for minimum wage. And so you might as well grind him, and as you're grinding him, you're teaching him, and he's learning his way around the format and how to be a talk show host.
Did you ever do overnights?
No, never did. Well, no, hold on. Yes, I did. I played the Rick D's Top 40 Countdown on the overnights. Ooh. And my station would just play him from the last 4 weeks. Like for 4 hours, you'd hear the last 4 weeks of Rick D's Top 40, and I was only allowed to go on the air, be like 103 PFR. You're listening to the Rick D's Top 40. Cloudy skies tomorrow, high 55. Currently, it's 35 rocking degrees at 103 PFR. Now back to the Rick D's Top 40 program.
I bet you can get some real loose women doing overnights.
You can't get nothing.
Overnights.
You can't get nothing. Now, when you do overnights and you're not running a syndicated show, because during a syndicated show you
got to listen.
Well, yeah. There's nowhere to talk except just some intros here and there. But if they're playing just regular format, like the top 40 format, of course you can throw in some 103 PFR, it's Rockin' Bubba Clem. I want to say hi to Lisa and Rhonda at Lincoln Quad. They're listening to the show, and for by request, here you go, Lisa and Rhonda. It's Falco Rock Me Armadeus and 103 PFR. And so then those two little bitches, let me have them on the phone, right? You just you see what you do is you put the phone down and you don't put it on hold, and that way they can hear it through the phone and the speaker, and they really start they can hear it through the phone as they're not on hold. You just laid the phone down so they can hear it live on the phone, and as it's maybe a half a second delayed on their stereo speaker, and then you just got them. They're ready to give you oral right now. Just boom. Just by saying their names. That's it. And then there's a lot of this too, Lummies. 103 PFR saying hi to Hunter John's Pizza just right down the road. Man, if you want to get an unbelievable deal, as a matter of fact, I think they got $4.99 pizzas going on for the next 30 minutes. By the way, this wasn't a real client, okay? But they were giving me free pizza. So, that's right, for the next 30 minutes, call the Hunter John's whatever. It was literally called Hunter John's. The Hunter John's hotline, and get you, $1 off. Tell them you're listening to 103 PFR.
You could do anything you wanted to, because it's not like anybody's listening at that time.
No management listens. None. You could, but you'd have an air check session with the program director. So he'd, and at the end of the day, the air check machine was in his office, Tuttle. So if you said something on the air and you wanted to go ahead and rewind the air check machine, and so it tapes back over it. You couldn't do that. The air check machine was in the program director's office, which means, you couldn't say anything on the air that you could go back and erase.
I got fired doing my NASCAR show on the weekends, and I got fired for payola plugola.
So hold on, you had this NASCAR show that was sponsored by the radio, and they had sold advertising to this thing, and you were going out and selling your advertising.
Yeah, get this. There's a Chili's across the street from the radio station. I went over there for a client meeting. It was a guy that owned a Dodge dealership, and I was trying to cut a side deal here.
With Dodge?
You know how they have those partitions? Like if you got a big table, they can open it up so it's on the other side. They lift up that glass so both tables can be there. I didn't know my program director was on the other side of the
so you're in the cubicle, and you don't know that your program director is on the other side, and you're like, yeah, Jim, over there at Harrison Dodge, listen, don't tell anybody. It's really not officially on the books, but they don't listen during my show, so I'll be able to get you in all the plugs that you need. Email me all the bullet points of all the deals you got going on, and I'll be over later today to get my money.
Yeah, next day I get called into the office after the show.
That's what you said, right?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
Program director hears it. Next day, you're called into Linda Bird's office?
Yeah, and the HR person was there, and I knew what was about to happen when the HR person was there.
Yeah,
they already have my stuff in a box.
I wonder who's been fired the most out of all of us. Seth, how many times have you been fired in radio?
0.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
How many meltdown leaves? All of them?
You either quit or get fired, right?
Yeah, for real.
So
I
don't want to destroy the narrative you've created that I've gotten fired from every job that I've had, and this is my last stop. But I have left every radio job on my own.
Listen, please, are you mad about that narrative?
No, when people say that,
think about
failed,
me. Think about my narrative is just as bad, buddy. My narrative says, hey, he used to have it all, but he lost it all.
Well, that's
true. He's starting over. He used to be a millionaire, had planes and mansions, and he pretty much squandered it all away with some stupid sex tape and he's just a real piece of shiz. He's a real horse's ass. I heard he's a dick.
Right, we're not the same because that stuff's true, and
that's the narrative.
And me, I didn't get fired.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Milwaukee.
Can someone keep track of how many times Attack of the Dog mentions me today?
Hold
It's
on,
already been 4.
I've been fired 6 times, Seth. No, more than that if you count 98 Rock and The Bone and then all my fucking affiliates. I mean, I've been fired probably 100 times. So why don't you have some sympathy for me?
No, I feel bad. I'm sorry about Florida Man Radio.
I think I'm at 11. Do you need anything, Bubba? Can I use the restroom?
No, of course you can.
Okay, I just didn't know if you needed me to talk to the
I don't
people.
need you nothing, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey.
I'm here for everybody. See, look at, I'm not yelling, like, everybody's out, and I'm trying to be, I'm trying to interject. I'm on YouTube right now. I'm trying to interject with y'all, and even as I try to get ready for the next break here, let me just check my PayPal real fast. Please don't be mad at me. I'm so sorry. John Costica yesterday, $100. I love him. He's kind of my gay lover, I think. my make-believe gay lover would be John Costica. I'm looking, well, I guess it would be like this if I was looking right at you. Hi. Oh. Okay, hold on. Bubba, does it seem like Seth has 1 foot out the door already? Why do you guys say that? Bubba, does it seem, why do you guys fucking... Yeah, Turbo won last night but didn't shout me out, so I'm going to tell him he needs to do that. Like, why would you guys say that? Like, that's the last thing in the world I want. And then you guys, I almost think that you guys, like, want to try to fuck with us and get, because Seth has mentals, and that if you tell him that I'm being mean to him and that he needs to leave, that he's gonna fucking believe you, and then we're making something about nothing here.
Well, I tried not to read the chat.
Well, I'm just saying, like they're saying, Seth seems like he's 1 foot out the door. Well, I'm like, why the fuck would you guys say that? Why would, like, is that honest to God? Is that, do I treat Seth that badly? Okay, maybe this is news to me. Maybe I need to make this my next thing. I just gotta get right into this Seth deal, because the stuff that I'm reading is very concerning. Listen to him. He's despondent at times on camera, and he looks like he has no interest.
He was very engaged that segment.
I think you're reading into people that are.
What? I can't hear you mumbling.
I was talking to Tuttle.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
If you're talking to him, you're talking to me. Enunciate, lover. Are you drunk already?
Tuttle.
Are you drunk?
No, Tuttle heard exactly what I was saying.
But what I'm saying is, if you're drunk, it's okay.
I'm not. You were talking to chat. I was talking to Tuttle. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, it's okay to be drunk, okay?
But I'm not drunk. I just was talking to Tuttle. Didn't want to interrupt you having a chat with chat.
Are people still allowed to drink during the show?
Yeah, but I'm not. I literally was talking to you.
I know you were. You didn't sound drunk.
What now?
The PM system.
I was keeping my voice down so I didn't talk to. I didn't want to interrupt Bubba.
Operating system drive.
See, if I talk like this, then he tell me to shut the fuck
So the
up.
whole PM system's
It's
gone.
down right now. No, the audio's, we can still get the audio. But this died too. So I got a new one coming this afternoon. This reads the hard drives.
Let me know how much that is so I can pay you back.
Don't worry about
Let
it.
me know.
All right.
Gooseneck? All right, so we good? We're good?
Well, I mean, I have to figure out what we're gonna do. Worst case scenario, we'll have to do like a singing or something as a backup.
But we don't ever use the PM drive,
It
right?
goes, it's just for the water stuff right before a show. So I'll figure out someone to play audio.
Okay.
So, but I want to get the audio files.
All right. So we got a big whodunit, Seth. It's all about you, and I just everybody be quiet. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, but I'm really concerned, and it's bullshit. And I want Seth. You have to be intellectually honest.
Oh my god.
Okay. And like don't work or shoot. Just be honest. We gotta get to the bottom of this. So.
Okay, dog.
Like, I thought you and I are really friends and pretty close.
Oh boy.
What did you do, Seth?
What's that?
No,
What did you do?
He didn't do anything. It's me. They're saying that I'm being extra dickish.
After the show, make sure to check out BubbaArmyHQ.com. It's all things Bubba 24/7. And now back to the BRN.
Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Maybe if Trump wins, we can our accountant will let us, make those as Lemmy would say, if you want to tip us, that's what we could say. Hey, you know what? It's real easy to tip us, and that's just go to PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. It's all at the Bubba Army for what, Lemmy? For what? For tips. For tips.
For tips.
Say it, sec tips.
For tips.
You want to tip us? You want to tip us, big boy?
Go over us.
Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. It's all at the Bubba Army, and show us your tip.
We can take a super chat for some tips.
Thank you for the super chat too for the hot tips. Phew. Hey Seth, I'm freaked out right now about you.
What's going on?
Well, so everybody leaves, and you know that very rarely do I, am I in charge of chat? And Tuttle even left. He's like, is it okay I go to the bathroom, sir? Nobody's here to monitor chat. If you need me, I'm like, no, go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. It's no big deal. Go. So everybody's out. Lummy's in, over in the engineering area. He's working on a caper.
Black guy in Cali, just a tip. Super chat.
Thank you. And so Lummy has to get out of here because we got a semi-technical emergency going on, but Lummy's got it. Seth just leaves, and that's probably a little bit of our, why we're having this conversation we're fixing to have. And then Tuttle, of course, asked to leave. So very rarely is it just me, and I'm assuming Rhett's working hard, and Macho Man is in the middle of the same type of emergency that Lummy's dealing with, right?
Yes, we're all working.
So we got.
Rhett was working back there too.
It's like the engineering is kind of like our motor room. And then when the motor, we have an engine fire on our motor or something like that. Like when you're on a big yacht, they always have guys down in the motor room working on the motors. It always seems like there's some kind of motor issue or something.
You have that intercom. You're like, I need some more power.
Yeah, I need more power. They're like, sir, we're trying to give you more power, but we got a power issue right now. I think I got a cylinder down on the third engine. So we got the third engine offline right now, working on that cylinder. Okay.
We're taking on water. The bilge pump is out.
Yeah. So, I'm looking at chat because I'm in charge of chat now, and I don't have the ability to go to all of them because I think you have here's the worlds of chat. I think Rumble, YouTube, X, Facebook, and Twitch and locals. I think is that all the chat? Did I miss any?
No. There's no locals in the morning.
Locals during the morning.
Man,
but yeah, you got
Rhett's
it.
rocket in like God. I know. $5,000 mic processor. Why can't I have it? Why can't I sound that good? Rhett, talk to me. Hello, are you there?
Good morning.
Are you getting your dog ready for the Wiener Nationals? Not this Saturday, but next?
Yes.
Okay. This is a godlike microphone. So anyway, I'm looking at chat. I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at chat. It seems like the YouTube, everybody, and let me don't they all each forum's chat's kind of got its own feel. Aren't they a little bit they're a little bit most meanest at Rumble, and then the old school people, the are usually on Twitch.
Yes.
And then YouTube tend to be a little bit nicer, right? Aren't they? Or I don't know.
No, YouTube is.
Give me a rundown on the chat. The chat etiquette and where they get the most meanest because YouTube. I was reading YouTube and they're like, that's what I'm getting ready to talk about, this Seth thing, the stuff that they were saying on YouTube. So I'm gonna talk about that here momentarily. But what normally are the gauges of the various chat channels? What's Rumble noted for?
Rumble, because Rumble is known as free speech, unlike YouTube, as they would say. So Rumble runs a little more loose.
Right. Okay.
YouTube,
and there's probably some words you can use at Rumble that you can't use over at YouTube.
Correct.
Right.
And then Twitch is just the old school, Cable Dog, 843 Bubba, Buzzy Bob.
And YouTube is what's YouTube? Because that's where I was hanging out, and they were saying some very mean-spirited stuff that's got me a little freaked out.
Well, that's surprising, too, because they're a lot nicer, and usually it's the newer people.
Yeah.
And then they kind of, They monitor themselves. Gary Cantrell is obviously in their big buck.
That's great. So anyway, I'm over there, and I'm like, hey, everybody. I try to get the next break set up. I got the Tuttle haircut video ready to go, so I got that ready to go. I got I got the Willie Mays story. I got the Justin Timberlake got arrested for DUI story. I got the Biden and all the immigration stuff going on. I got a story about Kanye West. So I got a lot of things going on. Was not prepared for this next topic, and I start looking at chat on YouTube, Lummy, and they're like, "Hey, Bubba, just want to let you know Seth's miserable. Seth just sits there, and sometimes it's disenfranchised and disingenuous, and he looks miserable. And it looks like, according to me, it looks like Seth has one foot out the door. I wouldn't give Seth more than a couple weeks. Like, I feel for you, Seth. We got your back, Seth. Sorry, Bubba's being such a dick every day. He's opening up Seth. Bubba's just trying to get Seth to leave. Seth,
Jeez, that was YouTube?
Seth, buddy, I hope I don't want that at all. Like, and if you would happen to leave the show, that would be because you had a meltdown about something. Like, I wouldn't fire. Like, I'm not getting rid of you for nothing. So, I hope that. Do you feel that way? Do you feel that I'm, extra mean to you or picking on you or disrespecting you or anything like that?
Yeah. I feel like I've been in your target, like I said, for the past couple of weeks. But every issue that we've had has been talked about on the air. I mean, when we're going through things where you're telling me I need to do things a different way or I'm doing things wrong.
The only thing I said you were doing wrong is that I like for you to say my name when you walk in, or like you just acknowledge yourself.
Right.
Now, how does that? That's not doing anything wrong. That's just being funny.
Bubba, like I told you, it started on Clement Kush last week 2 weeks ago when we went through my whole career and dissected that everything I've done has been a failure. It happened when you said that I didn't do anything when I was at Latin Sons and the rest of all of you guys are wet. It happened, again, you don't want to, you say this doesn't come into play. It can't come into play, but you did talk to me sternly about touching your fan on Monday.
Even Tuttle knows not to touch it.
I mean,
and then yesterday was about announcing yourself.
Buddy, buddy. So listen, can we work together? And I say that I validate the first couple. I validate that, and I understand where you're coming from, and I apologize 100%. Like, I'm sorry that you were treated that way, or that you felt that way, or that our snide comments, were directed to you in that way. I apologize for that. But with regards to the fan, and with regards to just identifying yourself so that you don't scare me, I can't validate those two. I think you would even be honest if you were to be intellectually honest.
That's fine, Bubba.
Can you at least say you let those two go?
I had people reach out to me telling me how they couldn't even listen to it.
About me? Am I fan?
Yeah.
But Seth,
I'm just telling you, Bubba.
Okay, then it's them, not us. Okay, it's them. It's because that's one of my like as stupid as it sounds. You know how I got to be like everything's just done. I have to have all my stuff just perfect to be able to host this show as good as I can. And one little trip up, like my fan, I know it's very maybe stupid to have make for a fan to be that important to my morning ritual, but it really, really is. I'm so sorry that your fans can't see it that way, but whatever. I just want you to know that I apologize for making you feel whatever way. And the last thing in the world that I want is for you to leave, quit, have a meltdown, get fired, be mad at me, or all of the above.
But you're talking about something that chat brought up. I mean, I don't have an issue with chat at all, but you're bringing up something that they said that I'm leaving.
I know.
Like, how would they possibly know what I'm doing with my career?
I don't know if you're calling me stupid for believing them.
I'm
just sitting here trying to figure out where we're going with this, buddy. Like, are you mad at them for having their concerns, or are you mad at me for being stupid enough to read it?
I love when people speculate about what I'm doing. I think it's wonderful. So if people think that I'm leaving, people have thought that I'm going to leave since the first day I was here.
All right. Well, listen. The couple things that you mentioned, I acknowledge what you say or what you're saying, and I apologize for making you feel a certain way. But I hope that you don't have one foot out the door, and I hope that if you ever got to the point where you were upset enough to be in that mindset, that you and I could talk. Like you would say, listen, before you just grab your backpack and say I quit. That you and I, because that's happened before, that we get a chance to talk. We can talk it out. Maybe I can put you in my recliner chair and I can grab a stool and we can talk it out.
Do you ever give him the hard massages?
What do you mean?
Like, sometimes you come up and you put the elbow in the back.
I can't touch him. Like he's got a whole different aura about him. I'd like to go up and touch him. I'd like to touch him like I touch Lummy. Like I can go up to Lummy and just lay a big elbow in.
Yeah, nice and deep.
Lummy loves it. He's like, well, he hates it. He just puts up with it.
Seth, at least you've not had to trim Bubba's toenails.
Hold on. Tuttle, you son of a bitch. Why sit here and talk about some of my worst stuff I've made people do?
Well, I'm just saying.
To a guy who I'm trying to not be mad at me.
Now you just gave that idiot a chat.
Now chat's going to be like, yeah, Seth, that's next. Fat ass is going to make you trim his toenails. You heard it from Tuttle. It's not beneath him. See, Tuttle.
You got some thick ones, man.
You buried me. And you just buried me.
You're not that guy anymore, though. What I'm trying to say is...
But I was that guy, and I'm responsible for that guy. So stop. Make me look good, not bad.
I'm just trying to, make him look at his situation a little bit differently. I don't think Seth has any problems. I think we're overthinking this.
Okay. All right, cool. Then Seth needs to say that. Because if Seth says... You can't say that for Seth. Bubba has to say,
Bubba, I show.
Everybody needs to shut up and stop overthinking it. Bubba, I'm cool. Because you got me freaked out a little bit, Seth.
Bubba,
what?
I'm not. I don't feel like I need to say anything because I let my work do the talking. I did 3 shows yesterday. I'm doing 3 shows today. I'm doing everything to try to get the podcast up and going. I'm doing everything to try to get Instagram up and going. I'm doing everything I can. I talked to Tuttle the other day because he had a couple questions. Like I'm basically working on the show 24/7.
All right, my man.
So I don't know what I mean.
We're good. Can we drop it? Can we drop it? Can we just drop it? That I should have never brought it up because you're not mad. These people from chat are just a bunch of dicks, and they're just trying. They know. See, Lummy. Mm-hmm. They know that I'm not capable of monitoring chat because I don't do it. Right?
Yes.
Seth does it sometimes. Dr. Dan does it sometimes. You do it sometimes. Tuttle does it sometimes. You guys, when there's got to be somebody that kind of monitors chat a little bit. Well, I don't do it very much. And so as soon as I do it, they get me. They got me.
Yeah, they piled on early.
Yeah, and made me and freaked me out and tried to get me heat with Seth. Seth's fine. That's my guy.
Camper Scott says Seth for the strap.
I would give Seth the strap, but in all honesty, and if he wants it, it's his. But hold on. In all honesty, I think Seth doesn't want the responsibility of having that big thing hunked over his shoulder for half the show, and that it was just like he just doesn't even want to hold it. Like if holding the strap means it stays in its holder over there and you're the strap guy, well then he'd love to have it. But I really think that Seth doesn't want the nightmare of having to hold that damn thing during the show. Have I assessed you right, Seth?
No, I mean I wouldn't mind having it. It definitely needs to be aired. Not something I just request, but I've wanted to be in the title picture for a while.
Okay. All right. Well, you just can't give it to him now, Lummy, because they called for it. It has to work.
One person did. Camper Scott. People were calling for Tuttle to have the
I'm going to be
belt,
honest with you. I've never really even, I'm sure Seth would have had the title 4 or 5 times by now, but I've never even been in the Seth once the damn thing. So I've completely messed it up, Lummy. There's probably at least 4 or 5 instances since he's been back that he was, I should have we should have responsibly heard the Dad, damn it.
All right.
Where's the theme? Oh. But see, don't forget we can only play the 2 bars of it because as soon as it plays as soon as the trumpet kicks in, is where the copyright violation kicks in.
Yes.
We've figured it out that That right there, when they start blowing that horn, Lummy, that's what gets us a strike on the trademark gimmick.
Well, that's the kicker of the whole.
I know. That's
how they got you.
That's the payoff. Like, you know. But you're just going to have to realize that this is the payoff now. This is the new payoff.
I wonder what the guy got that wrote this and composed this whole thing.
Oh, my God.
It's been used every year since, like, 92 for the Olympics.
I think that even songs like Happy Birthday and things like that are trademarked. And like a guy gets, and like, I mean, I don't know how they collect. Like, they're not going to collect it. Like they can't come to everybody's house and collect, hey, did you sing Happy Birthday? Yeah, well, okay, yo, it's nobody would have been like, no, we didn't sing Happy Birthday. Get the hell out of here. So, like, or they send you a form. Please fill out how many times you sang Happy Birthday this year and send a check in for this much. So, but I think, like, during big, like, Broadway presentations or anything like that where they can actually keep score, I think Happy Birthday, you have to pay to sing, like, Happy Birthday and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I mean, there's rights to all those songs.
What about the Spanish version, Feliz Cumpleaños?
What's that?
That's Happy Birthday in Spanish.
What is it again?
Feliz Cumpleaños, I think.
Do you know how to say it? I mean, can you?
You just said it.
Yeah, I don't know the whole song.
You say Feliz Cumpleaños over and over again.
Feliz Cumpleaños to you. Feliz Cumpleaños to, like, you know, like, I'm sure to you is not Spanish to you.
No.
So it's like Happy Cumpleaños. How's it go again?
Feliz Cumpleaños.
Feliz Cumpleaños.
I think that's the correct spelling.
To you. What's to you in Spanish?
Been a while. My Spanish teacher in high school didn't even know English, so that was very hard.
Right. Were you having relations with her?
No.
Right.
She was a beast.
So anyway, Seth.
Que los cumpleaños feliz. And then you just keep going over.
Seth, sorry for making you mad about a couple things, okay? Sorry.
Dude, I'm not. It's not. I talked about it on air. Like, I'm not hiding anything.
We're cool. Lummy, you don't have the song Feliz Cumpleaños?
I was looking it up, but I didn't know if we really wanted to play it for the copyright.
Oh yeah. See, there you go. I mean, they're gonna Mexican copyright you or American copyright.
That's right.
You. I mean, a copyright's a copyright. It's a dirty game.
Put a tariff on it.
Now, let me. Where where are we going to be seeing this?
YouTube.
Okay, this will be on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Tuttle getting a haircut at Colton's guy.
Yeah, Colton's.
It's like an animal died in here.
40s and blunts. Get that jaw really going out there.
You do have the facial hair of a comic book villain.
He died. Colton looks like an Arab villain. And I hope, is that, Seth, is that too much? Like,
no, it's actually dead on. It's very interesting how his beard...
Am I going to get in trouble for saying that?
No. Okay. Did you say Arab villain?
An Arab villain.
Yeah.
Is that you know, like, racist?
I mean, are you saying that he looks Hamas?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Hezbollah?
And if I was you, I'd be a little concerned.
Okay.
I mean, he looks Hamas.
I just like the way that his beard and his hair are the exact same length and kind of hair.
I mean, it's absolutely perfect.
He took a shower, like a 30-minute
Talking
shower.
about mustard mouth.
Yeah.
Just nailed the hair.
Oh,
can I cook with this? This is why I have no confidence because of you. Now my head's cool. All right, guys, Tuttle and Colton here. We just got
Loner and Stoner
done recording Loner and Stoner. I am getting a haircut.
We're getting a haircut.
Mine is way long.
Yeah, look at the side of it, dude.
I know, it's getting...
So with that being said, we're on our way. We're going to go to Tampa and get a final...
Now, did you edit this, Pat?
No, actually, I have an editor, Gary. He helped me out. He is...
You got to pay him?
No, He helped me out.
Yes. All right, guys.
I like how they opened up with the high spot and now they rewind back to the deal. I kind of like that. And this video will be up for people to go. Is it when does it get posted?
Works. A lot of haircuts don't work for me because I have a large head.
Do you like his haircut, Bubba?
All right, Colton. What do you think? I don't want to see it until.
And a lot of hair is coming off.
My hair grows pretty fast, man.
This what's this guy's name?
Bezo.
Bezo. Okay.
The funny thing is, I cannot.
And every once in a while, Bezo has to interrupt the shave and go out back and sling a little something.
No, not Bezo. No.
That was the other guy.
That was the other guy.
So Bezo just a straight barber?
Yeah. And does rap videos.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. And produces rap videos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bro, anybody.
Now, could you maybe see if Buzo will give you like a sample of some of his work and we can play?
I can definitely ask. I can get Colton.
And I can't grow.
I mean, you should say, hey, Buzo, I could get your potential rapper some exposure on Bubba's show.
Yeah, he also gets paid to film birthday parties too.
facial hair either.
You're a rap producer, a barber, and you get paid to videotape happy birthday parties.
Can't go wrong there.
You know that Colton wears shirts that are making fun of me?
Talking about a mustard mouth.
Yeah, that I got yellow teeth and.
It's
Why are
official.
you making that face, man?
boy.
Because it's official. There's no going back now. It's official. I think we should leave it like this.
No. Do you want to finish the rest of it?
No, you don't want me.
Total, it looks like maybe your when was this? Because it looks like maybe this has grown out a little bit because it doesn't look like this on camera so much. Or are you kayfabing it with the headphones?
Here, see, you can see it on the side. See, it's like all the way up. It's a skin fade on the side.
It's a skin fade on the side?
Yep.
It's almost jarring. I've never seen him like that.
Yeah. Like, what do you think about it? I mean, any initial reactions from the ladies?
I like it. I sent it to my friend that I talk to all the time. She's in the United Kingdom. Her name is Amy.
Are you guys having like a...
She one of those senior bitches you're banging?
No.
No, she's in the UK. Like, are you guys having like a Facebook masturbate off kind of deal? I mean, I'm sorry, like a FaceTime?
Hasn't happened yet.
You haven't masturbated a, FaceTime dual satisfying masturbation via FaceTime?
I don't know. I mean, if she would be into that,
how well do you know this girl?
I've been talking to her on and off for like a year and a half.
She probably found you through the internet, or
she was a guest on my podcast.
Okay, she was a guest on your podcast.
Rudy, $20. T-shirt will $25.
And thank you so much, guys. And what is she noted for? Like, what were you interviewing her for? What is she noted for?
She does voiceover, and I think it'd be kind of cool to get her to do some, like, Bubba the Love Sponge liner because she has, like, this very posh British accent.
All right, well, write it up. Write some up, and I'll pay her.
And she's also a singer.
I'll pay her what her goal. She's got probably a page rate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
See what her page rate is.
Has your ex-wife seen it yet, Tuds?
No, I don't. No.
All right. So do you like this UK girl?
Oh yeah. I mean, we talk every day.
Like, are you kind of relationshipy with it?
I mean, I want to eventually in the future go back over to the United Kingdom and meet her for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't the hippie chick that you were talking to?
No. Have you exchanged pictures or videos or anything?
Well, I mean, yeah, pictures.
I mean,
and
she
stuff.
obviously knows what you look like because you're very public, and we put your stuff up on our YouTube.
What do you think? This is a Manti Te'o gimmick, or
no, I do not. Well, I hope not.
It's not.
But have you seen pictures of her, or
yeah.
have you FaceTimed?
Yeah, we use WhatsApp and we video chat and stuff like that.
Right. Now, have you had think about maybe bringing her over here?
I mean, it would definitely be nice.
And
you got bringing her over here kind of money.
Oh, I'm doing very well right now.
Oh, hell yeah,
he's loaded.
It's great when you can fly a bitch across the pond. I mean, that's the move.
Yeah, I mean he's loaded. So anyway, did you show this haircut to her?
Yeah, I sent her a picture of it this morning before I came in.
I'd like to whip up a page because I'd like to have a little British
voiceover.
Yeah, I'd like a little.
That'd be good.
Now, can you show us a picture of her privately? Because I'm sure that you don't want this out publicly.
No, but I'm trying to see her.
Damn, look at all that hair.
It's like an animal died in here. This is something new, and now you're like.
Tuttle, what kind of contraption has he got on your head?
I have no
Trying
idea.
to
It's
make
like
me
a
nervous
cone.
and stuff.
It's like a party
I think
hat.
You're distracting him. So, like, it would be best if you would just let him concentrate.
You want this?
No,
I think you need it.
Yeah.
You need to relax.
Sorry. I don't know. Can we get in trouble for that? Or not?
Okay. We're good.
What's in that? That's just tobacco, man.
We're good, buddy. We're good. So the Tuttle, the Loner and Stoner haircuts video will be up on our YouTube channel, which is at the Bubba Army, probably soon.
So Tuttle did
Or
good.
If not, no. Is it up? Is it up already?
Today at noon, we can put it up.
Yeah,
or whenever the show's over.
Sure.
Do you want me to come up there and send you a picture or text it to you?
I want to text.
Okay, I'll text
This
it
is
to
the Britain voiceover, Willie?
Yeah, she lives in Wales, though. But,
Really?
I mean, that's the United Kingdom.
All right, well, let me.
Just let him have her.
I am.
Let him love.
I want it. Why are you trying to say that I'm not?
Because I don't want you to be judging this
He's
lady
not.
harshly.
Bubba's going to be putting over Tuttle.
I'm going to put her over.
Women across the pond.
I'm going to put her over and put Tuttle over so that Tuttle can take this air check and play it for her.
Oh yeah, that's what she wants.
And no, but if Tuttle said, "Hey, does she have a name, or can we use her name?" Or
Yeah, Amy.
Amy, I just want to let you know that was on the air today with Bubba and got into a little discussion about you. And thought you might want to hear it. This was on the Big Time Radio Show. Yeah.
I just texted it to you. I don't know if I sent the right number because.
All right, let me do some words on me. We're gonna come back with Tuttle's girlfriend.
Well, not girlfriend.
Seth,
his girlfriend.
Seth, please don't put a negative. Don't mess this up.
No,
for
I'm not.
him.
But I think we should call her.
Well, I mean,
They're 6 hours ahead, right?
Yeah. So it's 5 right now.
She's up.
Oh yeah.
She better be. It's noon.
Right. Well, maybe we'll try to call her Tuttle's girlfriend.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Oh.
Hey, Tuttle.
Yes.
I saw, because we got the Orlando news, I saw that they had Buddy Dyer on the other day, and that he's the mayor of Orlando.
Yes.
And I feel like Buddy Dyer's been the mayor of Orlando.
He has. This is going to be his last term.
But he looks like a younger dude. Like, he doesn't even look that old.
He's been there since I was an intern at Real Radio.
Right. Like, that's the only mayor I've ever known. I saw him on TV, and he looked like he was like 50 or something.
Yeah.
60s?
And then we also have a mayor of Orange County, though, as well, too.
Really?
Yeah. Jerry Demings, he used to be the sheriff.
So he's the mayor of
Orange County.
So does he have to report to the mayor? Does the Orlando mayor?
Yes.
Mayor have to report to him?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, he's the main motherfucker.
Well, he sits at the head of the county council, and they're the ones that get to. He gets to clear where all the taxpayer money gets spent, like with the tourist tax.
That's what I was gonna say. This Hillsborough County commissioner's got to run.
Mm-hmm. But he's like the mayor, and then they have Orange County Council people too.
Oh, really?
I appreciate the kind words, Pippi Shortstroker.
At one time, Jerry Demings was the sheriff of Orange County, and his wife was the police chief of Orlando.
What up, Berto? Thanks for checking out the early release. What's up, Grouper Lips?
You want
Big
one of those
buck.
waters?
Yeah, we'll take one.
You guys good? Need anything?
I'm good. LM Close. What's up, Felix?
Thank you.
Tiger Duke. What up, Hoss? How was that hobby box yesterday?
Thank you.
No, I actually drafted. I have a dynasty fantasy football league. Oh hell yeah, dude! Fuck yeah!
And then I went spent the day at the beach with my ex because we were gonna start the recording and stuff. And we rode beach cruisers around. He had me doing like a whole photo shoot and everything.
Oh hell yeah!
So Tuttle,
That's a good shot. I mean,
Tuttle, are you getting back with your girl, or are you getting like the fucking British bitch?
He's got options, Bubba.
I'm gonna have to ask that.
What's up, Iggy?
Can I approach Bubba and show you a picture? Sorry.
Don't hit my fan.
Yeah, Red Wave, we're cool, man.
Still, like,
Oh man,
What's up, Longwood?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I haven't gotten new
I
tires
might
yet,
stick with
Johnny.
that one.
I gotta put 2 new ones
I don't know
on.
if there's even a chance, so like.
What's up, Bub Army for Life? Just waiting for the just waiting for a podcast bonus to put those fuckers on. I'm calling Terry, Jay Diaco's guy. What's up, Gary? I got some good news for you, Gary. I'll text you later. What up, Danny G?
You got a new tire, Seth?
No. I need to put new tires on. I just
You gonna do it yourself, or are you gonna get somebody?
Well, I guess I could buy the tires and not have them put them on it because Bubba showed me how to put tires on.
You
gotta balance them.
You gotta take into a
Okay, well, shit, man. I thought it sounded like something Tuttle could do.
No.
Well, some people can't balance their own stuff. You gotta have a machine.
You gotta have a machine.
You gotta have a lift.
You gotta have a lift. Yeah.
You guys need a lift for the 55 and up park. Then you can just put people's cars on the lift, charge them just to put it on there.
Well, now he's an auto mechanic too.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's flim-flamming them over there.
I mean, God
I
dang.
stay busy enough with my
Let me be your shakedown assistant, Tuttle. Let me come to Orlando and make some extra money, baseball card money.
Yeah.
I'll spend some time with the seniors.
We're having a potluck next Saturday. If you want to come.
Are
they
you
all smoke weed.
What's that?
He's been more faithful to the Packers than to his own wife. Yes. Welcome back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
See, let me, we're already burning through those, and I'm getting tired of them. So, yes, we need the British bitch. The Tuttle. Oh, that's not very respectful now, is it? We should have the fine woman named Amy that Tuttle's having a over across the pond type friendship / potential more ship with this girl named Amy. I saw a picture of her. She's really attractive. She also does British voice work, like bumpers and positioning statements and stuff, Lummy. So let's come up with a page for her to read.
Perfect.
Tuttle, should I just pay you, Tuttle, and you get the money to her?
Well, let me.
Does she got a PayPal and Venmo? I'm sure she's got all that stuff. They got that stuff in Britain, don't they?
Yeah, and she's got her own studio at the house.
Oh.
So.
But then you show me and Zeth this picture of you and your wife.
Ex-wife.
I'm sorry, your ex-wife. We're all day at the beach, driving these beach cruisers, and then I saw a picture of her, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, but
and then you're like, well, yeah, but I don't know if I really have a chance with her. It might be better to start. You just start new with Amy.
Well, she's seeing other people.
Who is the ex?
Yeah.
What's her first name?
Kristen.
Krista?
Kristen.
So Kristen. Oh, so she's seeing other,
Nothing. I don't
she
know
got
if
a guy
it's
like
serious.
Jimmy Clevis up in the cut or something like that, like where you have no chance, some bodybuilder dude with the big dong.
Well, Bubba, here's the thing. They're working on a podcast together.
Yeah, for you.
It's going to be about this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, Tuttle, you're in. You're in, bro.
Yeah,
just have the swag. Don't be beta. Be alpha.
Oh, I'm all alpha now.
Yeah.
I'm all alpha.
Yeah, but with her, man, back in the day, the first go around, you were a beta bitch.
Yeah,
wasn't she super religious?
For real. I know the dynamics of you and her, and you were a complete beta bitch.
I was kind of beaten down and given up.
I'm just saying, like, why'd you guys even get married if you quickly, got depressed?
I mean, we were together for like 15 years.
Right. And then you got married for like 5. 10?
I would say about 9.
9 years. But of those 9 years, how much were those estranged? Like you guys weren't even together?
No. I mean, we were together, but like it wasn't like romantically towards the end.
Yeah. And did she, find a new dude?
Oh, yeah, after.
Like, here's the deal. I was talking to my friend last night. I'm not going to mention who's the name. But he's like, listen, me and my significant other, we have sex like twice a month. and and she makes me feel like it's horrible. She just does it because she feels it's her duty. But like, I can just tell, like, we're just so not into each other.
Sometimes that's hot.
But a lot of times, you can't get yourself out of your you can't get yourself out of your immediate situation. So whether it's retirement or whether it's your kid, only has 2 more years of high school and you don't want to disrupt the family unit. It's just, there's a lot of different times where you just can't, as a man, old girl's not giving up the ass anymore. That's the first, listen, when your significant other cuts the ass off, then there's something going on. That just, like, for real. Like, if that's the contributing factor as to whether your relationship is healthy or somebody has penetrated it or somebody has went awry or is cheating or is when the ass rolls up, because you don't want to have sex with somebody that you're not into. You want to have sex with that one that you have on the side that's super naughty that you have to meet at the hotel, right? So when the sex dries up, something's going on. So, and it ain't good. I'm just telling you that. I'm a marriage counselor. I know all these things. I mean, like, for real. And then these couples start getting like obligated sex, where the guy or the wife just gives you 2 pieces of obligated sex a month just to keep your eye off the prize of what's really happened, that she's sleeping with a coworker.
Yeah, mine was scheduled 30 minutes before the checker flag or the green flag dropped on the NASCAR race.
What do you mean?
Well, we always had that planned out on Sundays.
Oh, so yours was ritual based.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, due to your work schedules and, you had...
Once you heard the invocation from the preacher right before the race, you knew you had to wrap it up.
So your guys' sexy time was during the pre-race countdown for NASCAR?
Oh, yeah.
Because she knew that you had to watch the race.
Yep.
So, if you hadn't gotten your party by the time that the gentleman starts your engines, it's you might be you might not. This might be an unsuccessful event.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just saying. So, Tuttle, you're doing a podcast with her?
Yes.
Do you think that she's still, because you're probably at your best right now with regards to how she left you, when she left you and divorced you? I think you were at your low point, were you not? Or did you? No, I think you even went lower than that.
No, I did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was the beginning of your downfall. I don't think you were sober at the time.
No, I was sober the whole entire time I was with her, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I did every once in a while when I got a wild hair up my ass, I would injure myself to get pain pills. So
right. You shut like Lummy, he shut his elbow in the car door. I mean, but you can only do that so many times. I mean, you only got a knee, you got 2 knees, 2 elbows. I mean, there's how many,
I'd take a fall down a flight of stairs.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was witnessed by a bunch of people, so then they couldn't say that you didn't do it, right?
Yep.
Right. Did you really fall yourself downstairs?
Oh, yeah.
How bad did that mess you up?
I always went to the one that had carpets. The other stairwells were straight concrete. So I always went for the carpet one.
Seth, just when you think you maybe we've had our low point, we've still not had to throw ourselves off stairs to get pain pills.
Man.
Have we?
No, but it's dedication to needing to get high. I appreciate that.
And it's also a good technique to know, right, that it works.
I mean, if that was the only way that I could have gotten marijuana back in the day, I'd be throwing myself left and right.
Right.
I know how to fall from all the damn stunts.
Right. So you guys are kind of working on this podcast.
Yeah, we're
and she's seen you. I mean, she has to think. I mean, you look great. You've lost a bunch of weight. You got your hairstyle. I mean, you look as
making
good.
Money now.
You got your teeth fixed. I mean, you're making money now.
Hosting bingo.
Driving something besides a PT Cruiser. I mean, she's got. I mean, you're kind of Tuttle pimp for her.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. And, like when we were married, like I used to do photo shoots and she wanted some new pics for her social media. So, like, I took some pics of her at the beach.
Anything, anything after hours?
No.
Any after hours pics?
No.
No.
Do you think she likes sex now?
Do you think that you got a chance to get it? I mean, if you could, and listen, I got some of these pills from Canada. I can give you, and they make your boner like it just won't go away.
Oh yeah, remember you guys gave me some of the Canadian deal when I was with Casey with the jugs.
Yeah. And remember, I gave you one of my Canadian. We'll just call it the Canadian gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they mix like Viagra and Cialis and Levitra all together, and then they put in like a small little bit of like Xanny or something like
Zoloft.
that. They put a small little Zoloft kicker in there, and let me eat it, and it just makes your penis like rock, like granite hardness. And then it gives you
what
like.
What does the Xanax do? Make sure they don't freak you out about how hard it is.
The Xanny and the what's that?
Zoloft.
And the Zoloft just kind of desensitizes it, so that you literally will not orgasm. Like here it is. You got a brand new girl. She's hot as hell. That might cause a guy's anxiety where he orgasms way too quickly. But you take one of these Canadian gimmicks and they think you're from another world. Like you can go an hour just straight. Is that what I'm talking
women
about?
want?
Just like.
Is that women want to go for an hour?
Well, the first time.
Yeah, the first time you got to show your best stuff.
Like so, they can
You
always
break it in like a catcher's mitt.
Well, yeah, the first time you want to. First time you want to wear it out, Seth. Like you want to wear it out.
For them or for you?
Both. Like you just want to wear it out.
It's like I'm here, I'm looting your store, and next time I come back, there ain't going to be nothing here.
Well, the next time I come back, now she knows what the high end of the deal is, and she can tell you to back it off a notch. She's like, listen, honey, you gave me like an hour and 10 minutes of straight pounding last time. Could we make it 30 minutes? I was a little sore. You're like, sure, baby.
You like when you hear it was sore, too.
I'll make it 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's better than when you go home and your girl's vagina is sore for a couple days.
That's right.
Don't think every little move that she makes that her vagina hurts. Who does she think of?
You.
She's like, oh, my God, my vagina hurts.
The Canadian gimmick you gave me was so good that it danced to my heartbeat every time. You look down, just...
Oh, it's this. I don't know if I'm supposed to have them or not, but my God, you give one of those to a feller who wants to have a good performance, like Seth. Like if I knew you and Phoebe, hold on, let me finish my thought. This is nothing. There's
been a lot of. There's been a lot of handing out pills lately.
I know. Okay, that's what we do.
No,
allegedly.
Please.
Not here. I'm just saying out in the streets.
Man, listen. Every dude I know talks to his friend, be like, "Hey man, you got any zippy zips? Yeah, I got some zippy zips, but you got any zappy zaps? Yeah, I got a couple zappy zaps.
Yeah, it's bartering.
Yeah.
Am I just not old enough to have those conversations yet?
I don't think you have cool enough friends.
Yeah.
Like if you start being cooler with me, I could zippy zap. And
I don't.
Be like, hey. Well, as a matter of fact, I've given you some zippy zaps before. You've called me before and want to be like, hey, I ran out of my zippy zaps. You got any zippy zaps?
Yeah, you gave me a
I was like, yeah, you know what? I got some zippy zaps.
You gave me a school bus. It's nothing for my penis, and so I don't freak out at my own house.
But I'm just saying, who else would have given you those zippy zaps?
Nobody.
Exactly. I need to have that much credit.
I was. It was a time.
Seth's been off his medication before where he called me up and I gave him a 5-day supply. Did I not? No questions asked.
That's good.
No, you did. I'm just saying I don't. This stuff about having gimmicks for your wiener. That's just not.
See, that's where you're missing the boat. Because if you medicated your wiener as much as you medicated your brain, when you needed your wiener to snap into action for Phoebes, you could do rock star type stuff with your wiener. See, right now, you don't think your penis has the ability to be a rock star.
My penis is just an underground. It's got a little following, but it's not a superstar.
Take some PEDs.
That's what you think. Barry Bonds came in the league with a size, 7.5 head.
He left with an 8.5 size head.
So I'm just saying, we got stuff. We got stuff, Seth, that you can take. That would be let's say it's little Sammy goes over and is being watched by your mom and dad. Like she's doing a little spend in the night gimmick over there. It's you and Phoebe's anniversary. Maybe I give you a couple $100 extra to take her out somewhere real nice. And I give you one of these Canadian zip zaps. And, so it's going to be a dinner. In fact, I think I've paid for you and Phoebe to go on a dinner before, so that's not, don't think that couldn't happen.
Yeah.
And then I go, hey, Seth, here's the deal. Here's a Canadian zippy zap right after dinner. Take it, okay? Just take it right after dinner.
Timing is everything on
Yes, take it right after dinner. or take it before dinner. Actually, take it before dinner because you're going to pile that food on it, and then it'll really, really kick. After like about the time you're driving home, is you're gonna really be. I mean, she's gonna mistake your wiener for the gear shift knob. You know, I'm just saying.
And you want to lay nice right at the beginning too.
Right. And when you take one of these Canadian zippy zaps, it makes you lay nice, kind of to the side a little bit with a little girth, like where it could stick to the side of your leg. You know.
Yeah.
Where it looks super cool. Like I mean, that's. When a woman looks at you and you're laying in bed and you got that thing laid over on your leg,
Brett Favre style.
Yeah, I mean, well, Brett didn't have that good a presentation. I'm talking more like a Greg Oden or something like that. But I'm just saying, you got to lay it over there, you know. And she's like, "Wow, whoa." So, Seth, we have the ability. I have some zippy zaps that can get you like that. And then Phoebe's like, "Listen, let's have sex." And, you start having sex and you're just that much more of a bull.
With the limit,
you're a machine.
Listen,
that equipment that you got's been hardened and seasoned.
Okay. It's been tempered.
And then
powder coated.
And then your urge to orgasm has been desensitized, so that you can go more savage. If you'd usually go this savage, you would obviously orgasm because you're so excited, but you can go savage on old girl,
all right,
and not party. Like just go straight savage for like 30 minutes savage. Like
with the frequency that
just bamming it.
With the frequency that we have sex, which is hopefully on the way up, I can get.
She wants that Canadian gimmick.
No, Bubba,
bad.
But I'm ready to go. Like I told you on the podcast, like if a girl walks by and smells good, that'll get me where I need to be. It doesn't take a lot. So I know,
but I'm feeling that
if a naked woman is presenting,
you and Phoebe's sessions aren't as savage as they need to be. That's what I'm trying to get at, buddy. I'm not trying to say that you don't got enough.
I'm not trying to tear her private parts apart.
You're not. Well, you should be.
Well,
because at the end of the day, man, you got to bring. That's how hot you got to bring it in order for her to be like, that's my man. Yeah, that's it. It kind of goes back to caveman kind of deal. Like she wants to be taken by a man.
A gorilla position.
She wants to Like, do you want to go to the gym and lift weights all day and not be sore the next day?
No.
Or do you want to go and lift weights all day for 2 hours and man, my biceps are sore, my that's what Phoebe wants. She wants to be like, man, my husband made such savage love to me that my vagina hurts. I bet you never gotten that text before.
No,
little kitty's a little tender today, honey.
No, I haven't wanted to injure vaginas.
Kitty's a little tender today, honey.
That's never how I really have gone about business. I'm not, I don't play to injure at all. I respect my opponents.
Listen, you don't play to injure. You play to savage. You savage it.
I'm playing to see some boobs and to get mine.
I know, but while you're getting yours, if it's just that much more of a rougher and an intense affair.
All right. Why do you care how intense my affairs are?
Because it breeds very healthy relationships and I want to make sure that you and Phoebe are good.
I think we're good.
Well, I mean, you're always in here, him hauling around about some kind of nonsense.
I mean, there's always something. We just got a puppy now, So
that's nice.
I mean, that's nice. Puppy or Canadian gimmicks.
Canadian
gimmicks.
I
needed them, Seth, because I had no movement at all. I needed it.
Hold on. Tuttle had to take him because he had whiskey D bad.
Well, and all the pills.
Well, no, but whiskey D. Like, he literally could have the hottest chick in the world ready to give him oral, like, just give it to me now. And he would be like, he would, like, hey, Patrick, get it out because I want to just lick it like a lollipop. Whereas, so I found out about it and I said, Tuds, here, take one of these, just carry it around. The next time you're in a sexual situation, whip this out. Try to digest it. Hopefully, a little bit in advance. Take this Canadian gimmick. And he came back to me. He's like, Bubba, whatever you gave me, wow. It made what was usually really soft because of alcohol. It was like, I thought it was as hard as a hammer. And then the intensity of how long I could go was like, when I was like 19. And again, Bubba, it was unbelievable. She actually said that's the best that I've ever had somebody give it to me.
I was like a Dothraki, just taking a woman.
So, Seth, what if I just give you one of these gimmicks and you just at least you have it? Like you got it. Like if you get a hair up your ass one Friday night and you're just feeling a little frisky and you hit that vape pen just right and you'd be like, you know what? I think I'm going to take one of those Canadian gimmicks because I think Phoebe's going to give me some. And then I'm going to just, I'm going to actually pay attention and listen to Bubba and stop trying to fight it. And I'm just going to go with it. Take one of these things.
I've made it this far, which isn't too far, but I've made it this far without a penis pump, without a gallon of coconut oil.
It's not a penis
without
pump.
Some sort of weird Canadian pill made out of 6 different prescription drugs you get in the mail. Like I've had sexual encounters. I haven't torn up my wife's private areas at all, to my knowledge.
We're not asking you to tear up. We're asking them to make them tender.
Seth, I know
There's a difference between tear up and tender.
Yeah.
Seth, if you want me to show you, I know how to make a homemade penis pump out of a aquarium gravel cleaner. It's pretty easy.
What did you just say?
You know those aquarium gravel cleaners where like you stick it down there and it sucks all the dirt out of the rocks and stuff, but you got to get it's like you're siphoning gasoline out. You got to get the thing.
Yeah.
So you're kind of doing your own self though, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, but it's different than that because
have you seen how professional and Aragon, like just the style and the grace of how it's designed? Have you not seen the penis pump and like just how naturally it would fit over your penis and how and like do you know how awkward it would be using a fish tank gravel cleaner?
Oh, it works, man.
But Bubba, that's just like a shop vac. I mean, ours does intervals of
but
minutes.
you have to do the suction yourself.
No, you don't.
Yeah, with the aquarium gravel cleaner, you do.
What are you cheap? You're not getting the pump one?
Hold on, you gotta suck the tube yourself.
Yeah, that has the hose.
No, I gotta go to words. No,
sorry, it was desperate times.
No,
I didn't touch it.
You don't even have a mechanical machine that's providing the suction. You have to provide your own suction.
Yeah, it's a long tube, and like you're not even getting close to it.
You got that good of suction?
Well, God, you got that good of weirdness. Who wants to suck a tube that's hooked onto their penis?
I don't know. Don't knock it until you tried it.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, that water?
Yeah.
Yeah, no weed, no alcohol.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's very nice. What'd you make them today?
Oh, it's just me again. And now
I'm in here.
Oh, no, okay, go. Thank you, because I'm going to eat a little something, and they don't like that. They don't like when I eat.
It's horrible. Let's go eat, guys. This is lunchtime.
You try to keep a lot of this heat off me, Lemmy.
Of course. Good morning, Gary Ketchup. Whatever. There's not heat, Bubba. Everyone knows you. We'll get those motherfuckers out of there. What's up, dog? Arms 101, good morning. Manson was the mole, 36 months. Big Buck had a hand today. No, Drake isn't. He's going over to tape an interview. No, I haven't, Skippy77. What's up, Ellen Close? I'll have to look it up, Skippy. Sure, what's up, dog? Fringe? I don't think so, Aaron Griffin. That's in there. Did I tell you, BDO? I don't even know.
Fish on the J.
I'm gonna filter. I try to filter stuff, you know. So.
Make you fish on the J.
That is correct, Longwood.
Have you gone fishing with them lately?
Fishing right now.
I think it's been probably a couple of months since we've gone.
All right, let's go catch some marlin, boys.
It's in the pond.
Toto, are you you're not as good a fisherman as like Fabrizi, are you?
No, but I mean, you remember when we went out with his son?
Mm-hmm.
I ended up catching that red, but I'm not as into it as they are. No.
I mean, are they really into it?
Yeah, I mean, all the equipment they go every day, like basically. I know the son does still.
Mm-hmm. The son goes. He's on the water by 1 o'clock every day.
Yeah, well, he's got a really bad.
Yeah, that boat is badass too.
He's for fucking.
I have a net. Can that get some fish?
Oh, you
You're not gonna throw a cast net?
No. I'm not gonna do anything outdoorsy, Tuttle.
I mean, I can show you how to throw a cast net.
I mean, that'd be cool. Part of my manning up series. Tuttle mans up Seth.
Lummy, can we? Tuttle, what's your availability today?
I mean, I don't have to be back at any certain time. If you need me for something, let me know.
He's got a Skype session with the British girl.
Really, what I'm saying is, I think we should do Pat fishes the pond.
I mentioned
After the show, make sure to check out BubbaArmyHQ.com. It's all things Bubba 24/7. And now back to the BRN.
Seth, just for clarification, do you want one of those pills? You know,
No, good.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, like,
Bubba, can I be honest? Can I be just 1,000 intellectually honest with you? Pills scare me. I'm really a combination of pills scares me. Any pill that I take.
My pill doesn't come from like my pill comes from a manufacturer. It just happens to be out of Canada.
I trust.
Like they're sealed and like they're I'm not getting them from Guido up the corner that could have fentanyl.
I trust it. I'm just not a.
It's a Canadian pharmacy.
Oh, I understand. Yeah. I'm just not a big. I'm not a huge pill guy.
I miss the aspirin. The Canadian aspirin were
the 222s.
Oh God, a kiss of codeine.
I got that. So anyway, Seth, I just want to extend the invitation that if you ever would maybe find yourself maybe needing one of my what we've affectionately called the Canadian kicker.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say. Hey,
and
Bubba,
you'll be there for me.
Well, I'll get one to you. I'll be like, hey, Bubba, what? You think you could? I'm just like giving you that invitation.
You know what the sad thing is that probably Dr. Dan would sign off on him too, which he probably even shouldn't. Does he co-sign with these things?
No, we're not getting into all that. We're just getting.
I just want to know if
getting into who's signing for what here. Okay.
I just want to know who approves these things. It's not Justin Trudeau.
Dan knows the medicine that these pills. I've given. Dan have seen these pills. He knows the medicine that's in the amounts of these pills because they're made.
He can tell just by looking at it.
No, it's you. It comes. He looks it up.
Okay.
You look on the print on the pill,
and then he knows the ingredients involved and the percentages and stuff like that, and he knows. Well, he's asked for a couple himself, so I'm just saying. When Dan really had to put it on.
It's nice to have one for an emergency.
It's good to always have one, Seth. You can always just down it, and next thing, like, what if Phoebe's extra horny?
Guys,
one time?
I'm not Batman that needs to take it and then go save the city.
See, isn't that what really sucks? Is the average dude's baseline of how good he thinks he is stock? Yeah. He thinks that's good enough.
It's not.
He thinks that my wife yearns for nothing more than that. I'm good. No.
Seth, Bubba knows.
You can always be better in that department.
Bubba, I'm a career minor leaguer. Why do I need to jack myself up with steroids when I'm never making it to the majors?
Why not have major talent with a minor league mindset? You want the talent.
I'm not sure it's a good comparison, but I'm just. All
right. Okay, fine. We're moving on. Lummy, if you ever need one, Rat.
Thank you.
Rat, listen, if you ever really want... Rat, would you be interested in one, you think?
No, thank you. I mean, I'm 25, man.
Yeah, well, right.
I don't need them.
Right. When I was 25, I could go like 40 times a day.
That's right.
Who's got time for all that?
Rat.
No. You should see some of my sessions by myself.
Hold on.
Well, he works from home, so he could probably,
Oh, I will, randomly.
Well, you know what, Tuttle? I mean, we're going to be very, very transparent here, and it's probably very embarrassing for you. But I know I probably would suspect you're an edger.
Oh yes.
Like I think you probably edge yourself and edge, maybe for weeks.
Oh yeah, I'll just stop right before and just walk away.
Oh come on.
No, I will.
Now hold on. So when you do that, and you finally do have a party, is it because you've edged so much? Like, I'm too selfish to be an edger. I just want, I want it, and I want it now. But like when you finally do have your party after edging a couple of, is it that much more intense?
Oh God,
for real?
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, you get a lot of PSI built up.
Right. Wow. So the volume.
Yeah, volume and
just
power.
Yeah. Who doesn't want more volume and power?
Who doesn't? I mean, so I'm blown away. Seth doesn't want that pill.
So Seth's no on the pill. Rhett's no on the pill. Mach, what about the pill? What about the pill that makes your penis like a hammer and lets you go make like an extra 20 or 30 minutes of being savage?
I'm into all chemical enhancements.
Yeah. You know what? In fact, Macho Man's like, oh, yeah, give me Seth's pill, too. Yeah. He didn't want his. I know you budgeted 5 pills for the show, but only 2 took it. So can I have the excess? Dig it. I love pills and enhancements. Lummy, I know you take one.
Oh, of course. And Ashley would thank you.
Have you taken one before?
I've never taken what you're talking about. You give me some other stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
But
Is there when's the next time that you might be blasting Ashley? Like, we all know. Like, I think I'm gonna blast. I know I'm gonna blast today. You gonna blast today?
Depends on if Walker's hand is less red. But yeah, so.
You think by the weekend you'll be blasted?
Yes.
I'm thinking Saturday night she's going to go to the Tarpons game. She's going to see that her husband's a big-time star. And she's going to see Seth throw it across the plate. By the way, Seth and Dr. Dan are entering into a training session Friday. Dan's already bought like a catcher's mitt and like Dan's.
Dan bought $100 catcher's mitt, so then we would each have gloves. And I'm going to his house Friday, and he said if we really get crazy, then he said there's a bunch of baseball fields we can go to, and I could throw them from the bump.
Right,
because he said that they're preparation equals success.
Are you throwing from the rubber?
Yeah.
You got to.
Well, he told me. I mean, I'm planning on it. But Dr. Dan told me that I have to.
Here's the
I'm
thing,
a pussy.
man. I wish I would have. I wish Dan would have offered to train me. When he didn't. God, I mean, Dan's absolute piece of shiz. He's making sure making sure Zeth looks like Tom Seaver up there, but I looked like Baba Booey.
Well, he said
but Bubba, you saw Dr. Dan play baseball. It's probably a better thing. I mean, at least the ball went into the catcher's glove.
It'd be different if Seth was getting trained by a guy from the University of Tampa, or something. By the way, did you guys know that the University of Tampa is like the Division II? They
have the most.
They're like the Alabama of football in Division I.
Yep.
Tampa University of Tampa are like a 9-time national champion.
Yeah, they won it again this year.
Yeah, they just won it again last week before.
Yeah, nine times.
And I met their coach. He's a super cool. I met him with Russ one time, and he said that we could go out and go batting practice and stuff.
Yeah, they got a nice field right downtown.
No, those players real good. I mean,
they're good. They'll get some. Are those the guys that go to single A ball or double A ball? Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, they'll get drafted.
University of Tampa is probably. I wonder what player on the University of Tampa has made it the furthest.
Tony Martinez.
Oh, Tony Martinez was a UT guy.
Tino.
Tino Martino. Whatever his name is.
Tito Martinez.
Tino Martinez.
Played for the Yankees.
Well, Tony, what's his name? LaRusso, I think, went there too.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, but I would say Tito is the best.
So, Lummy, you definitely want a pill because maybe Saturday night, all of us, listen, if you haven't got your ticket yet, go to, I think it's tarpons.bubbaarmyhq.com.
Of course, yes.
Or go to our Facebook or anything like that and click on the link because this is we do a thing with the Tarpons once a year, sometimes 2 times a year. And it's just a really good, Lummy, who's going to be there for the first? I can't even tell you the last time that she made an appearance. Mama Bear.
Oh, really?
Remember Mama Bear?
She's at Barp.
No.
Yes,
yeah,
she was.
Mama Bear was at Barp.
Yeah,
I think Mama Bear was at. Mama Bear is starting to come out more
because I had an awkward encounter with her.
She's hot.
Well, she was giving me a hug, and then she was really holding it. She's like, "Oh, I don't get any hugs anymore."
I know she's got a new. I knew that she's got a new boyfriend. I don't know if you know who. Maybe you don't know who Mama Bear is.
Oh, is it not your mom?
No, it's not my mom.
Okay,
No.
damn. I'm sorry, man.
There's a woman.
Oh, there's a woman named Mama
Her
Bear?
first name's Michelle.
Okay.
And she is named Mama Bear. And I think Tuttle, do you know why we call her Mama Bear? Do you know what she's? Do you know?
It was we had her in because she was having issues with some of her family. Yeah.
Listen,
Mark over her daughter.
Listen, Seth. So her daughter was being sexually groomed by an African-American guy who worked for the Hillary Clinton campaign in Washington, D.C., and her 14-year-old daughter was being groomed by this guy to the point where, this girl looked like a normal girl, but when she would go into her bedroom at night, like at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and, Mama Bear and her husband thought that she was sleeping, she would get up in the middle of the night and do like a FaceTime gimmick with this guy, and he would have her get in cages and make her masturbate and just do a couple bad things. So then she got this app, this daughter, she got this app that could, because her mom and dad had the find your phone gimmick, on their app, like the locator. So you always know where you can do that. You always know where your significant other is. It's a phone locator. Well, this 14-year-old girl, through this guy, found this app, and you just would put in the address that you want your parents to see. You know what I'm saying? So she would say that she was going to her girlfriend's house, and it's not uncommon for 14-year-old girlfriends to go spend the night at their girlfriend's house, that live in the neighborhood. That's not, but that's what, that's what kids do. It's what I did. I go spend the night at Larry's house. Larry comes spend the night at my house. That's what kids do. She would tell her mom and dad that she was at her friend Rhonda's house, and really she was in Washington, D.C., and this guy was raping her. And so she gets all the information, Seth. She gathers all the information. She gets on the phone. She actually calls the guy. His name is Alex Pelzer or something like that. And Mama Bear calls the dude and says, "Stay away from my daughter. I know what you've been doing. I'm going to file charges with the police department down here. You sick son of a bitch. Like, so then the police get involved. They verify all the information. They verify that she went there twice. He even, the girl, he even did ALOP on her.
Oof.
She's 14. They found all these lists of things these daily chores that he would have to do. She would have to do for him. She would have to go between classes and take a naked picture of her privates and then send it to him and make sure that it was. And she had a schedule, like he would say, at 11:15 during your 2-period Passover, you must send me. This guy was like the worst dude ever. Well, she goes to Mark Ober. And the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department, they recommended, arrest this guy for sex trafficking and the whole 9 yards. And Mark Ober, Lummy, refuses to.
Of course.
He said she was 14 and she consented to this. And I can't. Well, if you're 14, you think you can't consent to any, you can't legally consent to anything. You can do something that you think you have the right to do, but at the end of the day, your mom and dad have legal consent until 18. That's just the rules. So Mark Ober wouldn't prosecute this guy. He wouldn't prosecute this guy. So she then wasn't a fan. I mean, she was a fan, Seth, but I didn't know her. So she calls me up. She emails me. It's like, listen, here's my story. I'm like, hey, come in to my studio and we'll break it. We'll break the news. And then she came in, told the story. And then remember my Deegans.
Yes.
Mike Deegans from Channel 10 got the exclusive interview with her and laid it all out. And at the end of the day, that when Andrew Warren was going against Mark Ober for the state attorney, Mark Ober was seeking his 4th term. His opponent, Andrew Warren, at the Tiger Bay debate, Lummy, brought this out. This was brought out several different times, and then the media got all over it. Why will Mark Ober not, arrest this child pedophile? And then, Andrew Warren, the guy that's going against him, is bringing it up at the debate, saying, Mark, why in the hell will you not arrest this person? And the investigation had been down, and all the police records are up, and Mark Ober refused. And a lot of people say he only won. Andrew Warren only beat Mark Ober by like 400 votes, and they're saying a lot of people are saying it's the lack of prosecution for this known sex trafficker as to why he lost the election. Now, Tuttle, actually, I see if we can maybe find it. But the last, remember, Lummy, the day of the election day, 2016, Ober's at the corner of Dale Mabry and Columbia down here.
Yeah, and a fan called from his phone and gave it to Mark Ober.
Oh, I thought it was Tuttle.
No, there was another time me and B. Fudd ambushed him at the Cox.
At the Cox building.
Yeah, the Cox
this
building.
was on the corner of the last day before.
Yeah. And so Mama Bear... by the way, that girl, her daughter has gone on. She went to Florida State and graduated. And then she got a job, and she is a on-camera host and field reporter for CNN.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no kidding.
So that's pretty big. I mean, that's big time corporate, right? I mean, to be an on-air, she's a field reporter and hosts some kind of weekend talk show on CNN. So, but the guy, Alex Pelzer was his name.
Yeah, he was a musician.
He came down here for, I think Andrew Warren arrested him. And then he went on trial, and the girl, folded on the stand. He had so much power on her that when she was on the stand, she wouldn't, necessarily come clean about what he was doing. She kind of was safeguarding him, you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
He had that much power on her. I think he got 5 years probation and something like that. But, I mean, can you imagine?
So, wait, how does the story end with you being... so, now your friend... So, Mama Bear's coming?
Yeah, so her and I have kept in touch over the years. Her and I have just kept in touch and been good friends over the years. And so, she has shied away from... She's very much Bubba Army. She's helped me out with some stuff. And she usually shies away from Bubba Army events. but she's going to be there with her new boyfriend. It's the first time, Lummy, I think I've seen Mama Bear maybe since the time, I had her on the air. I don't know. But anyway, she's going to be there.
That's awesome.
Justin Timberlake arrested for DUI in the Hamptons. And don't the Hamptons usually, they're saying that this is completely because this cop was a complete rookie, and most of the Hampton cops take care of the Hampton celebrities like it's kind of the, no, they really do.
No, they do.
I know somebody that lives in the Hamptons, Seth, during the summertime. He's a real rich New Yorker, and he lives in Manhattan during the summertime. I'm sorry, during the winter, and then during the summertime, like half of his summer, they go to the Hamptons. Usually, all big C-suite executives, Seth, they usually take Friday off, and then Thursday after work they drive to the Hamptons. And they spend, clear up until Sunday night at the Hamptons.
What's the big deal about the Hamptons?
That's just where all rich people from New York go to visit. That's where they all have beach homes.
No poros.
No.
Like it's, a little.
Just a real affluent community?
Yeah, like beachfront property goes for like $40 million.
Okay.
Yeah. And, if you're in the Hamptons, it's just super posh. And so the cops, I know a guy that lives in the Hamptons, Lummy, that was so drunk and he was driving home. Cop pulls him over. He's not even really a big name. He just is very affluent and has a lot of money. And the cop just said, hey, listen, Fred, park your car here, take the keys, get in the back of my squad. I'm going to drive you back home. Just going to drive you home. Go to somehow tomorrow, get a ride, pick up your car, but you need to sleep it off, buddy. They're not. If you're in the Hamptons, you're not going to jail, especially if you're Justin Timberlake. But you did because you got some rookie cop who didn't know who he was.
He's fired.
Yeah, but what did he get out of the car yelling, I'm not taking a chemical test or something?
Yeah, I'm not doing a chemical test. I refuse.
Is that what he had?
That's what he said, yeah.
It said Timberlake dined at the American Hotel on Monday night, according to the People magazine. He was headed to his friend's house when he was pulled over. He was handcuffed for the hearing, according to the outlet, and released on bail.
Good.
Mr. Timberlake also was charged with two court citations, running a stop sign and not traveling in the correct lane. I mean, he was gored out of his mind.
Jessica Biel needs to leave him immediately.
Why?
Because Seth wants to.
Yeah.
Then he'll be taking that blue pill.
Anyway, man, the Hamptons are the only people that have high-res cameras.
Look at that.
I mean, but he does look.
Did they let his makeup team get to him before? Because, you can see his eyes are all red.
I don't know.
The rest of him looks ready to go.
I think they may, at the Hamptons, it may be like.
They have a makeup team?
Yeah. Hey, Justin, we're going to take your picture, but go to the other room, room B. They're going to put, powder you up and make you look good. We'll see you over at room A after you do your makeup.
I've never understood why mega celebrities like that, even if you're going to drink or smoke weed or whatever it may be, why are you driving?
I don't. He's another guy that said he just had one drink.
The spontaneity of it. I mean, like the spontaneity of just wanting to go when you want. But just at that point, just hire a driver.
I'm with you, Tuttle. Like, even if I was, could have somebody drive me around because I wanted to get high or I wanted to drink, like, I would love that. I would love not to drive anywhere.
Just be in the back, chucking O's.
Yeah,
and being the boss and tell them, hey, Fred, man, make a left up here. Yep, that's where I'm at.
Maybe the celebrities want to feel like regular people and get DUIs like, the rest of us.
I don't know if I should mention this, but there's a certain powerful family in Daytona that maybe one of the family members likes to party a lot and notoriously gets driven home.
Really?
Oh, but yeah, law enforcement.
Yeah, well.
It's kind of nice.
It is nice. I'm sure there's a bunch of those here in Tampa, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you would get that treatment if you got pulled over?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm nose down to the concrete.
For you would think so?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Bubba the Love Sponge.
And then all I'm going to request is like, sir, I'm not resisting, but can you use 2 sets of handcuffs? Because my T-Rex arms, I can't really get them behind me too good. So can you use 2 sets of arms? Because, you might pop a shoulder out, but I'm 100% compliant. Whatever you need me to do, I need to get back to your squat. I don't know if I can fit back there, but I'll try my best, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Even with all the fundraiser that you've done for law enforcement, you're getting nosed down?
No, I don't think so. I think as soon as they see my...
Would you start yelling, no chemical test, no chemical test?
No, I would say, no, I'm not saying... Is that what Justin
Timberlake did? He did.
That's why I don't... Is it
no chemical test, no chemical test.
Is that a... First of all, it seemed like he had been practicing his whole life for this moment. Is that something that would pick up weed?
No, they took blood back at the...
Back at the shop.
Yeah.
But didn't they say he had like Molly and stuff in his system too?
Yeah, but who cares?
That's
a good time.
He's on tour right now. I mean, if you're on tour right now, you're on a worldwide tour right now, and you got to perform every night. Probably 4 nights a week. I got to think that you might have to be high on Molly by that, by Friday night show. To be able to really be able to put on a good show.
Weed and X is a good mix, man.
Yeah, get high, do some X. Take one of my boner pills because you're going to have a mile of groupies, right? He's with Jessica Biel, but I bet you she doesn't go. They have kids together too, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So when he's on, when he's in, Germany or England or Sweden or wherever the hell he would be internationally, Jessica Biel ain't going. She got kids. So he's out there. He's out there He's out there needing some of my Canadian gimmicks because. He's out there just slaying the Swedish ass. I mean, Justin Timberlake, you don't think that he's just slaying all the ass he can?
No, there's probably a lot of slang. I just don't, he looks like a guy that just, smokes weed. If he does some Molly when he is out in the Hamptons.
He looks like a guy that's going to be getting crazy having a threesome with a couple of hot Swedish groupies. Just hope they don't come back on you like Kanye.
Well, this NSYNC reunion's going to really be big now.
Yeah. Boy, think about man. Do you remember the New Kids on the Block group? I witnessed that. I actually was friends with Donnie Wahlberg. I was friends with Donnie Wahlberg.
I like Joey McIntyre.
I would go when they played Chicago. I would go to I'd get to hang out with him at their hotel and stuff.
Which group was it that you ran off of your show? Was it New Kids or was it NSYNC?
NSYNC.
Oh, so you and JT could have been close.
Yeah, NSYNC. I'm at the Power Pig. The door, the 970 FLA, they used to speaker on down to the Power Pig studios. They'd be like, Bubba's got some gas at the door. Well, Guido would be like, first thing I would say, like, you got some gas at the door. Are they girls or boys? Guido to 970 FLA, are they girls or boys? They're boys. They say they're part of a group called, hold on, who are you guys from? We're from NSYNC.
I thought it was Backstreet Boys because what's his name was living.
Oh, it was whoever. Whatever Aaron Carter was on.
Yeah,
Nick Carter. Yeah, it was Backstreet Boys.
I thought it was NSYNC.
Yeah, it was Nick Carter. It was Nick Carter, and Nick Carter even said, "Hey man, Bubba, we listened to you over in Brandon." Like, whatever. See you later. We're not, no penny stirs. What are you guys? We're the Backstreet Boys. Never heard of. You know what? I know New Kids in the Block, but I don't know Backstreet Boys. See you later, guys. But we want to come in the studio and hang out and play our song and be a friend. Be your friend.
How many number one hits you got?
No, at that time they had none.
I know that's what I didn't.
At that time they had none. So had I jumped on that,
jeez.
Bubba, because I was the most popular guy in their hometown.
That
so
might be the biggest blunder of your lifetime.
No, there's big.
Oh, I don't know, Bubba. You could have been the sixth Backstreet Boy.
That sex tape is really not. It didn't.
No, you could have had a sex tape with Nick Carter.
The sex tape that ruined my life still is in play.
It would have been bigger though if you were a Backstreet Boy.
You have all the Backstreet Boys in there with Lou Pearlman watching.
I wouldn't have been a Backstreet Boys. I would have been the fat security guy.
Yeah, but they would have been hanging out at the house.
Yeah, I mean,
security
whatever.
Camera pick up.
Let's not talk about my blunders.
That's a blunder though.
Willie Mays, dead at 93, died yesterday. Considered one of the all-time greatest. He went through so much. Him and Jackie Robinson went through so much. Really bad, racist. Because baseball is like the all-American sport, and the Atlanta Braves in the South. When the original baseball first started, and boy, these African-American guys like Willie Mays and Jackie Robinson, they would come into towns and they were still like, white people can drink in this fountain and black people can drive. It was bad. A lot of times I think Willie and Jackie couldn't, they weren't even allowed to stay with the team or something.
No, different places.
They would be mean, so mean to him. Willie May is one of the greatest of all. Isn't he just one of the absolute greatest of all time?
Yes, absolutely.
If you had a Willie Mays card, Hell, it was probably worth X. I mean, a lot yesterday. Seth, you're the card guy. If you got a Willie Mays card now, is it, triple what it was yesterday?
What really would shoot up would be his autographs today, because you're obviously not getting any more. So that would be worth more than it was when he was breathing. And there's a lot of people that collect autographs hoping that the athletes will die.
Because they're worth so much more?
Yeah.
I have to go to words, but
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know what this. I looked up this Indrochrome therapy, and it's like where they take it from dead kids, like dead kids. It's like some type of adrenal fluid that's released by dead people or something, and supposedly it's like a fountain of youth, like it's like a fountain of youth elixir or something. I don't know. But we're going to get into it next. And they're saying that J-Lo, like, what is she, 50?
54.
54.
Oh, my God.
And look at her ass. I mean, that's almost the picture-perfect ass. Like, however you like your asses on girls, that ass is such a hybrid ass. It's not I like smaller asses.
She's a pig. Oh, my God. Where did Dan come from?
I was going to say, you think Dan could pick that apart?
Dan would
pick it apart just because he's a dick. And he picked it apart once before, and he wants to stay true to the game. But if he was to be intellectually honest, for 54 years old, having 2 or 3 kids, that ass is it. This ass right here on J-Lo is what I call a hybrid ass, meaning like guys that like big asses, this is good for you, and guys that like smaller asses, this one is good for. Like this fits the template of big ass guys and small ass guys.
Canine position would be out of question.
Can you imagine getting her gorilla?
But you couldn't though. I would just be.
Yeah, you could. She arch that back. I don't know what type of therapy I'm going to get into it next. Would you look into it for me?
Yes.
I Googled it yesterday, and it said that the only way you can get some of this juice, this adrenal gland, is like from dead kids.
That's what all the Hollywood libs have, right?
Probably.
Dead kid juice.
Exactly.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Yeah.
Hey, Pippi, did anybody guess Major League?
Will you send it to me?
Yes.
Let me know when it's there.
Not that I want to be on Earth when Colton passes, but this picture needs to be when you're walking into his funeral. That screenshot.
Let me just send it.
I sent you the article. I'm looking for a video.
Okay, I gotta piss.
All right, piss it out.
How much is left? 2?
4.
It's done at 9:15. We're gonna get down this conspiracy hole, I guess.
Oh shit, we are. We really are.
They say they torture kids and draw their bloods out.
Oh my god.
That's what I.
Jeez, man.
They tie kids up and drain their blood.
Fuck.
That's the next segment, Seth.
Fuck, shit, fuck, man. That's not good.
Where are these kids coming from?
What's the name of the kid I'm talking to today? I'm gonna ask him about it.
Oh God.
I got a list here of late edition questions here.
You know this Andrew? Yeah, whatever this. What's the drug code? Andrew.
Andrew something, yeah. I'd be like, "What's up? Anybody taking Andrew clean for juicing these days?"
Have you seen J-Lo's ass on it?
Oh man, yeah. Let me bring a picture. I can show it to him. What's up, Brian? J-Lo isn't gonna have a sloppy ass. I mean, no matter what has to go into it, whether it's this stuff or whether it's something else. I mean, it's just not happening, right?
I would hope.
It's her moneymaker.
It's been since she was on In Living Color.
I can't believe Alex Rodriguez fucking mounted her.
Didn't they get married? Or were they just dating?
I don't know, man. I didn't know that her and Ben Affleck were married this time, so I don't know what her...
I think she's getting a divorce, too.
They probably didn't get married.
Thank you, Patrick. Yep. How's that?
What's up? Hey, Todd, what's up, buddy?
Good, buddy.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, buddy?
Can we get that Instagram bonus transferred into a cash?
No, shut the fuck. Just shut.
Fuck you, man. Jesus Christ.
Now you're not even getting it.
Wait. Fine. I'm fucking gonna delete the fucking Instagram then.
Go ahead.
And then the $58 is going with it. Hey, Snope said her ass is fake.
I have that or implants.
I'm just kidding. They did a great job.
That's a fucking nice ass.
I like that little crease where the shelf is.
Yeah, I mean, her cheek undercarriage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fucking cheek undercarriage, Lummy. Is he even in here?
Yeah, I'm in here. I'm trying to find videos of this drug.
I bet you can get a good little wave going off the cheeks, too.
This lady was on Dr. Phil, claims her missing daughter was tortured for the drug.
Oh,
what?
This lady was on Dr. Phil, claims her daughter was tortured for the drug.
Did you send me the video?
Yes, I sent it.
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome. They're torturing young kids.
My mom has a lot of theories on what happened to Jesse, and my mom has a...
It's Dr. Phil, so it must be real. Morning, Robert.
You got Bubba live now. If you go through withdrawals later,
Easy fix.
get your fix at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the BRN.
Hey, Tuttle, you're a pretty good fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
And our pond is now, I think, more healthier than it's been in a long, long time.
Yes.
And about, what was it, maybe 6 months or a year ago, I was like, Lummy, I don't think we have any fish in our pond. And you're like, go out there and throw a cane pole and you'll be catching bluegills. And so I did, and I caught like what, 2 or 3 bluegills?
Yeah, in like 10 seconds.
Well, maybe Tuttle, I got to think those bluegills that I caught a year ago are probably bigger.
Oh, I would say there's over 100 fish in there now.
Well, I was hoping for more than that, but
that's all I can see from the shore.
You counted them 100?
Every day.
Number one.
Is the water level up a little bit
Yeah,
more?
hold on. I've showed there's videos, Bubba, everywhere of all the fish.
I'm thinking,
if you want more than 100, there's probably a couple hundred in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So Tuttle, I was thinking maybe if Lummy had like an extra 15 or 20 minutes that you could go out there and throw a pole out. We got any worms?
We'd have to probably maybe get some bread.
Bread?
Yeah, bread.
They'll eat bread. They kill the bread.
All right, just want a piece of bread?
Mm-hmm.
How about bread? How about bread and cheese?
That might work too.
Do they like cheese too, or they like Lummy?
Bread. I think how many fish are in there? The bread he'll catch one in 5 seconds.
Okay. Well, then, see, Tuttle, I want you to catch the fish. I want you to be full Tuttled out.
Okay.
And then I want you to give me, like, a report on, the fish. Like, this fish seems to be a pretty healthy bluegill. Looks to be about 7 inches in size.
Not seeing any fungus or parasites on these fish.
I mean, you've caught a lot of fish where you could, like, see if, he had some kind of fish, funk or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe have him open. Maybe you could look at his teeth. You could give him like a, like a little physical.
It's going to be tough for him.
The Tuttle fish physical.
He's going to get some small ones because there's a ton of small ones now.
Well, he'll get big ones.
Do I have to worry about the goat headbutting me into the pond?
Well, they're afraid. They're afraid of you.
Yeah, they're afraid of you.
Yeah, like they're not. They don't want to. They will not mess with you at all.
Maybe the duck will attack you too.
Yeah. Is the duck really an attack duck?
Yes.
Do you want to shoot it? I don't think we can shoot it.
Well, Muscovy ducks are an invasive species.
I bet you we could shoot it with airsoft.
No, that.
I figured we weren't going to talk about this on the air since we have big PETA people.
Oh yeah. Well,
I love the ducks. The ducks are great.
I'm a PETA card carrying.
Exactly.
I'm a card carrying PETA guy.
So
we'll just have you with a broom shooing it away, okay?
Yeah, I will leave.
Organically brooming it, okay?
Yeah,
right.
Tuttle can fight
Tuttle
it
will
off.
be out there fishing, and then Tuttle, I want you to stay out there till you get a nice one.
Okay.
Like if you just get a few little couple of those little shiners or whatever, Lummy. What are the littler fish in there called?
We got the shiners and then the bluegills. I mean, the bluegills just had another, I would say, litter.
Spawn.
Yeah.
But like for instance, Lemmy, when I went out there, man, I caught a decent sized little. Like my fish was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of those.
So I got to think that little guy has grown up.
Yes, but now there's about 100 of the smaller ones that are going to be fighting for that piece of bread.
Oh,
and they're.
Now we don't dare put a bass in there because he'll eat all the.
Oh no, we're ready for a bass.
Oh,
we were waiting for the water level to come up, and then the water level is up.
We're ready
now.
for a bass now.
Yep.
You need a bass to keep the numbers down so you don't get overpopulated.
That's the point.
So the bass will come in and eat a lot of those small bluegill.
Yeah,
and basically, if that bluegill is too big to eat, then the bass ain't gonna mess with it. He's gonna go in for and then that means the mid-sized bluegills get to be bigger because they can't get eaten by the bass.
Yeah, the bass would take off the other ones.
We got any catfish in there?
Yes, we do.
So anyway, Pat, hopefully you can go out there and give me a little fish physical if you will.
Do.
Thank you. Lummy, here's that picture of J-Lo's ass. I don't know if Red or those guys, if we're not playing this or if they elect not to, but it's basically a back picture of J-Lo. And she's in a white, like, leotard onesie. I don't even know what her outfit would be. Like, I'd like to see what the front part of this outfit looks like, but the back part of it really, really, really accentuates her ass. Now, if this is real and it's not faked or photoshopped, which you got to worry about now, but this is real, Matt Wallace is reporting that people are accusing Jennifer Lopez of, and I think it's called adrenochrome use after these pictures, her being 54 years old. So, Lummy, I don't know what adrenal chrome is, and you gave me an article. The dark was it Vertality?
Yeah,
of a Hollywood blood harvesting conspiracy. A century-old anti-Semitic myth is spreading freely on. Why would it be anti-Semitic?
I mean, probably gonna have to read and find out.
On the far right corners of social media, suggesting a new digital dark age has arrived. The dark ages were rife with plague, blah 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 blah, and that Jews secretly fed off the blood of children. In 2020, we were anyway. Lummy, I don't know. They're saying that they're killing kids and then using their blood for some type of youth elixir, right?
Yes, yeah.
And now this story here is from Dr. Phil, and this woman's mom thinks that like her sister got taken away from the Hollywood whoever For their blood?
For their blood.
Is that what this is?
Yes.
My mom has a lot of theories on what happened to Jesse, and it seems like every time I talk to her, there's a new theory, there's someone else involved. My mom's theories are she thinks a cult kidnaps people every full moon to sacrifice them.
My investigation has revealed that this is all linked to a ritual. I believe somebody in a cult was drugging my daughter Jessie for a year before she went missing. I believe
the music kind of takes away from it.
It does, big time.
She was killed June 20th, 2016, because it was a full moon and the summer solstice at the same time, and then the next day was Lilith. Lilith is a holiday that the occult does celebrate, and it requires a human sacrifice. I had a person say to me that if I looked around at the environment and looked at the seasons, I would see a pattern. And as I looked and did more research, realized that it was very specific and that people went missing on very specific days throughout the whole year.
My mom thinks everything's connected to other missing persons.
It's too bad because this girl's cute.
Yeah.
Like it's a big web. A lot of the times she'll say things like, I know I sound crazy, but it just started getting...
Sounds like me.
Too out of control.
I believe that Jessie was tortured for the drug adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is...
They're going to break this down what this adrenochrome is.
A chemical that our body produces when we are extremely fearful or have a lot of distress.
Seth is producing nonstop adrenochrome.
It's just strength that gives you vitality. And the people that...
That's why Seth doesn't need the Canadian gimmick, because he's always getting hot-shotted with adrenochrome. Adrenochrome.
This is all backed by QAnon, by the way.
And when you drink it...
Who is it?
Babyface?
Yeah, we can use somebody to get us out of this.
Oh, no, he wants to talk about it.
No, okay, yeah, but I mean, I think you could probably talk about it. Can you turn your radio down?
Can you turn your radio down? My radio?
Or whatever.
What are you guys hearing?
Can you guys not hear an echo?
I can. He's got you on speaker. Or maybe Bluetooth.
You got me on Bluetooth or speaker?
I got you on Bluetooth in my car.
What is going on?
We had a major...
Can you hear me now?
We had a major backfeed Willie going on there. We had like a 2-second delay. Like
that's crazy.
Like the kind of delay that a rookie that calls in that has the radio turned on in the background to hear himself.
It keeps kicking to my Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, listen. Stay here because you sound great. What's your opinion on what we're talking about right now? This adrenochrome.
Yeah. So this is that whole Pizzagate conspiracy thing that was going on, where
there was this
said,
one.
Oh, they're
hold on. Isn't there? Hold on.
Isn't there?
Hold on.
Hollywood elite,
I really, honest to God,
Brian, can you not hear?
I
Bubba?
really, honest to God, think that he cannot. He completely, his eyes roll back in his head, and he just will not listen. After Pizzagate, I was trying to ask you a question, and you just kept rolling with it. Hello?
I can't hear you, and I'm going to give you the echo the whole time, right?
No, you're good right now if you listen and shut up when spoken to.
All right, well, it's back to Bluetooth now, and it seems to be working. I'm sorry, sir.
No problem.
I don't know. I kind of hear an echo
now,
again.
Pizzagate is this pizza parlor in Washington, D.C. that supposedly all these congressional and senators and powerful politicians go to, and it's about the molestation and child trafficking. Is that what Pizzagate is? It's this one pizza parlor that these people go and do all these bad activities?
Yeah, I think it's called like Comet Pizza or something like that. The owner's gotten death threats. He's like, there's no basement here. They were raping kids and taking their blood.
The rumor had it like this: that there's this Comet Pizza had a basement, and it's where they tortured kids and did all this kind of stuff. And this poor dude, just literally a business owner trying to own a pizza parlor.
Comet Ping Pong, yeah, that's what it was called. It's a pizza place.
Go ahead. This type of adrenochrome goes right along the lines of the Pizzagate gimmick, right?
Yeah, it's all that QAnon conspiracy nut job BS, and it's insanity, dude. Not to say that it's never been
And God forbid that we just don't give J-Lo the credit. She's got a nice ass. She's 54. She stays in shape. She's probably got implants, and she's got a nice ass. But we instantaneously has to go to the adrenochrome gimmick, right?
Are we certain that booty picture is real, or is that AI generated or doctored in any way?
In today's world, you don't know. So that's the first step you have to get through is the validity of what you're looking at. And then if it is valid, then you just throw a Pizzagate with an adrenochrome kicker on there. Now it's a salacious story. It's a clickbait, and everybody's clicked it.
I really wanted to call because I'm going to miss you guys tomorrow. Today's show sounds great.
Oh, today's show is great. I got a great feeling about today's show. Thank you. And you're not going to be here tomorrow?
No, sir. I'm traveling. But the Phil Hendry interview, awesome. Just two radio legends going back and forth. It's great. And then Seth, too. So two and a half radio legends.
I'm trying to get a little zinger on you, Zach.
He got me twice. I'm not a radio legend. It's totally okay.
All right, Brian. Leave you with a heater with Seth. Usually that's your guy. So we'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Everybody take care.
Bye now. Thanks.
See you, man.
Yeah, I don't think J-Lo's killing kids to make her ass look nice.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean she's not buying the elixir from somebody that's
true.
Killing the kids.
Hey, listen, I know I didn't kill them, but can I get some of that adrenochrome?
I think that's what it is. I don't think she personally has time to do all that. But
I think Steins knows a lot of stuff about that.
About the adrenochrome?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to bring Alex. I was going to bring his Joe Rogan. He got mentioned on Joe Rogan last night. Did you not?
Yeah, they played like a 2-minute clip.
And then, Lummy, the next story I was talking about is this 13. You really know this story quite better than I do. So I was going to have you go ahead and walk me through that.
This Ecuadorian immigrant, or legal immigrant, I guess you could say.
This good Samaritan tied up an Ecuadorian migrant, busted in a rape of a 13-year-old girl at a park in New York or something?
Yeah, New York.
So this Ecuadorian immigrant rapes a 13-year-old.
He sees a 13-year-old girl, a 13-year-old boy in a park, takes him to the woods, ties up the boy
with their shoelaces.
And then rapes the girl. And then they catch like a picture of the Ecuadorian leaving after he rapes, and then the guys in the neighborhood recognized him, that he hangs out at this bodega, and they all waited for him to show up.
At this grocery shop?
Yeah, and they all
they recognize the dude. They're like, hey, we know who that crazy, stinky Ecuadorian is. He goes down there to that 108th grocery deal.
Yes.
I've seen him there many a times. So these solid New Yorkers, these solid Queens guys went down there, grabbed him. Didn't they take him and stored him in their basement or something?
They tied him up. He was trying to hide under a car, and they dragged him out and they were beating him. The Twitter one, where they actually talked to the guy that was the one that started. He kind of tells the story.
This one right here.
Yeah,
this one right here.
Yep.
This guy tells the story.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
Take him out, and I told everybody, yo, this is the rapist. I punched him, I kicked him a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. And yeah, that's it.
What'd you say to him?
None. I ain't saying nothing to him. I'm always quiet when I see new people that I really don't know. You feel me? Like, I recognize people from around him. Like, hold up, this is such. But I already knew it was him.
I mean, you know how Rio and Craig say, man, the hood controls the hood.
I mean, the
hood runs the hood.
He's pretty nonchalant about what he
did. Yeah, I know.
But this goes back to Craig and Rio deals. The hood regulates the hood.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, they'll find you. I was a little initially scared of having a little bit of money on me as I was going to pay the people from the cash cube, and Craig's like, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Since he was coming down this block, I already knew it was him.
Did he say anything to you?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
He didn't see it coming.
He didn't deny it? He
didn't deny. He was like, oh, he started yelling, help, help, help in Spanish. I'm like, yeah, that's what the little girls were saying. And
I don't know how this guy be the chief of police, right? I mean, he's doing it better than the way the chief of police is instructed by the mayor of New York, Eric Anders or whatever the hell his name is. Soft on crime, wants to start a $500,000 slave reparation study.
No, Chicago guy, wasn't it?
Chicago mayor.
No, okay, yeah, Chicago. Him and the New York mayor are the same.
Eric Adams.
Nah, he didn't deny it. I said, they already got charged. He's like, yeah, I know. And he just surrendered. He gave up.
Look at this, Seth. There was no, tasering. There was no getting your ass beat. This guy just calmly tied the guy up.
No, they said they were kicking him.
Yeah,
they roughed him up.
I got to get that eyebrow shaved like this guy's got.
You do.
God, I mean, honestly, that's always looks so cool.
It's not even that I'm big. It's just, you feel me? I got 2 little sisters, and I'm about to have a daughter, so it's like, for me, it did not sit right. Either or, if I didn't have 2 little sisters, I was about to have a daughter. It's still not right.
He's like, yeah, man, you want to rape kids? You want to rape daughter? I got a daughter on the way, and I got 2 little sisters, and that's how we handle things in the hood.
That's right.
Grab your ass. But we wouldn't even be having these problems if we didn't have like this absolute influx of immigrants. Like, oh my God, everywhere you turn, immigrants. And
I guess
and they were saying now that the number is closer to 30 million. Under Joe Biden's administration. They're saying now nearly 33 million people have entered our country and are either in the process of trying to get documented or illegally never got documented and are amongst us. And they're trying to now, Lummy, frantically pass legislation in various states allowing, illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants to go ahead and make up some name and sign the voting rolls and get to vote. They're trying like hell. And if they get half of those 33 million registered in some way, shape, or form, it's over. There's no chance the Democrats lose. There's no chance the Democrats lose.
No.
And I'm just like, man, shouldn't fundamentally, I don't care what political party you align yourself with. Don't you think fundamentally that, that's a right that men and women died for our right to vote? And we've struggled as a country, should women vote? Should black people vote? And we finally got it down. Us Americans, if you're an American, you get a vote. Whether you're a woman, you're a black guy, you're a white guy, you're a Hispanic, as long as you're an American. And you listen, maybe you weren't even born here, but Anna Hummel's dad and other people that have gone through, the immigration, Maria Guatemala.
Yeah.
She's a prime example. She went through, and it cost her like $10,000 to go through an immigration attorney, but she is a U.S. citizen. So there are people, good people, that do it the right way. But there are so many that are just willy-nilly walking across unmanned borders that are in our country. And if they're allowed to, fundamentally, isn't that one of your constitutional rights is to vote? It's so sacred. It's such a sacred thing that why are we just letting anybody get into our sacred club?
I would rather give some felons their voting rights back.
That were Americans.
Yeah.
And have done their time. I'm not going to give a felon that's still in the clink his chance to vote, but if a felon did his time and satisfied his probation, I very much could see having his voting rights restored than giving, 3 guys from Guatemala that just got over here illegally.
If you were Border Patrol and you saw Maria Guatemala kind of coming over,
why do you always ask me the hard questions?
Just by yourself,
yeah.
And then she was kind of crawling through this little
drainage ditch.
Broken.
If she gave me the universal sign for oral.
Oh, it has to be you're a border agent, Bubba.
Yeah, I'm like, freeze! I'm taking you to jail. And she goes, oh, I will give you this right here. I'll be like, oh, hold on. All right.
Okay.
No, I'm just. You would too.
Bubba, I would.
If you were a border agent and you had a hot Guatemalan chick wanting to give you the oral business, you would too.
No, I'd kick her back over the line and say, get out of my country. That's my job.
That's a true American right there, Seth.
Thank you. This country over oral.
I would trick her.
This USA over oral. I'm sorry. I'm getting the oral.
No, trick her. Get what you want and then send her back.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, why not?
You either got to send her back or you get to oral and let her in. But that's the two that we're voting on right now. Maria Guatemala gets caught by us. We're all single, okay?
Yes,
we're all single. You're not with Ashley. I'm not with the Crick. Seth, you're not with Phoebes. and we catch Maria Guatemala, and she's got one of those little skimpy tank tops on, Lummy, that, leads, she's got
she's
some...
probably tired and
all
dirty.
and sweaty.
Which
and...
makes it hotter, kind of. And
Maybe she hasn't been able to shave in a few days.
And you catch her, and she says, "Oh, I just wanted to let you know I will give you," and then she gives you the oral gimmick. If you let me get into the country, I will take you into your truck and give you the best oral, the best Guatemala oral you've ever had. Now, be honest. And you're not with your significant other. You can't get in trouble. My answer is, I'm letting her in. I'm letting her in and getting oral.
Yes, all day.
Lummy, how about you?
Yes.
Say, I'm letting her in.
I'm letting her in.
And I'm getting oral.
I'm getting oral.
Oral for freedom. Say it.
Oral for freedom.
Kush?
I'm letting her in, but I'm gonna tell her to save the oral for another American.
What?
Hey, I'm gonna let you in, but you know what? You say that oral from another deserving
Yeah, because
American.
I would feel badly. Now, if then
it's hot sometimes to be in a vicarious feel badly situation.
Well, I'm just saying, if I turned it down and then she really got hot and bothered that I wasn't really willing to take advantage of her, then we can have a passionate session.
There's not a passion.
Well, I'm looking for passion. I'm looking for passion. I don't like this. I want to kiss.
What if she says, "Let me tell you something, Seth, the Border Patrol. I will not only give you oral, but I'll make passionate love with you too. Passionate with kissing and everything." Yes. If you could just give me a few of those sanitizer wipes. I've traveled quite a long way.
Yeah, can you clean yourself up with this?
Patrick? Oral for freedom?
Yes, all day. Yes.
Seth said not oral for freedom, but love making for freedom.
Well, I'd like to make out,
Make out?
Really?
So what if she's like, I will make out with you, and I will...
And just see where it goes. Just see where it goes.
We will begin our session with a make out, and wherever it goes, Seth, it goes.
Well, I don't want to do
heavy petting too involved.
Yeah, I don't want to do a gonzo scene where it's just my wiener's out and she's thanking me.
I
want to make. I want to kiss.
Slow.
I want to talk. I just want to see. I want to see where it goes.
You want to suck on some nips?
I want to just see some heavy petting, some dry humping. Yeah.
My fantasy is you got Border Patrol Pat on horseback,
right?
With a net,
and you net Maria Guatemala.
Yes,
you net her.
I net her.
And she's like a wild animal.
Yes,
and she's like trying to get out of the net and everything, right?
Yeah. And I'm doing an exam everywhere.
That's what she's like under there. You're like, let me tell you something, immigrant. Settle down. She's trying to get out of the net.
Get the booty juice.
And then, she just you take her out of the net and you just take her right down to the ground, Pat.
Yeah.
And she's just,
just ravage her.
And you're just holding on for dear life.
Are you in the net banging her?
No, well, I mean, maybe.
Let's throw a net banging gimmick in there. Rat over to you. I mean, you catch your Border Patrol. You're not with your girlfriend. You're single.
Does anybody love this country at all or no?
We like oral.
Okay, all right.
From hot chicks.
Okay.
No one gets let in. You get shot on sight.
What?
There you go. Maria, you better hope that you're not working during Macho shift. Because dear Maria Guatemala, do not try to cross the border when you see the guy that looks like Macho Man. He will shoot you. But if you see the fat guy and the big, tall, dumb guy and the jutted jut guy,
that's goggles.
The jutted out, jaw jutted, goggled up, yellow teeth dude, come on in, man. And then if you see the guy that looks Jewish, be prepared for a full-blown love-making session.
Bring the winter fresh.
Yeah, I mean, phew. Rhett, what say you?
He agrees with my statement.
And you guys are stiff, man. The ginger and the jacked up dude, they will shoot you.
They
Maria
take their
Guatemala.
job seriously, Bubba. I mean, it's
God. I could take my job seriously too, but if that came across the border, wants to take me right down to zero. Mm-hmm.
So what if she suckles you let her in, and then she kills a kid?
Oh, well,
she's not killing anybody.
My conscience is cleared.
Yeah, I mean, I got what I needed. I'm about to get mine.
And I was thinking I could tag them. You know how you put, you caught one before, you tag them in the ear with one of those, little clips so you don't get the same one twice.
Now you're tagging Maria Guatemala so you don't see her again?
Yeah, I've already got this one. Get back into Mexico.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
would not show up to what?
This podcast if I was Maria today. Too many scenarios where she's trafficked.
She'll answer them.
Too many scenarios where she's trafficked, raped,
oraled,
shot. I mean, there's just a lot of possibilities.
A lot to unpack.
I was looking to kiss, and you guys were looking to commit crimes. Do you think border agents are fucking?
Oh, they're probably fucking the most.
You think they're fucking them?
Oh, yeah. They're fucking the shit out of them, let me say it.
They're fucking the shit out of them, so.
Even the dudes? What's up, Blitz's PayPal account?
Why are you acting like that? Well, because you... Well, that's shit.
Maria said it went all the way from kissing to crime. Yeah, see, I'm on the low end of that scenario.
This week we found out a mother of 5 was murdered by one of... When there's a major...
What's 64 RBI card? What up, storage shed? Ooh, Ducky? Bubba's cankles? I'm just not trying to... We shouted out Willie Mays, Panda. One of the greatest ever. Him and Ken Griffey Jr. are just intertwined for me. What do I know? What up, Cankles? You knew Jenny from the block, storage shed? Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm just Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot.
Has Belichick got a job yet?
No. He does a weekly thing on Pat McAfee's show. I think that's the main thing he's been doing.
Oh, 64 Willie Mays. Fuck yeah.
That worth $50?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Fish on the J25.
What's your feelings on now they're going to combine the Negro League records with the regular Major League records? Did you hear about that?
They're going to do what?
They are going to start counting the Negro League records with Major League Baseball's records now.
So like a guy like Jackie Robinson's, his stats would come over to...
MLB, yes.
Right, it should. I don't have a problem with that. I think this competition was probably as good in the Negro Leagues as it was in... Maybe
but then
better.
we have a new home run king and stuff.
Oh, we would?
I think Josh Gibson?
Yeah. Who's Josh Gibson?
He had a shitload of fucking home runs in the Negro League.
Oh. The only thing that you say about that is a lot of the fields they played on didn't have fences.
Oh, yeah, just like the ball. It's like the women used to play with fucking boulders in the WNBA, right?
I'm just
Yeah.
Man, what a... This guy's a little bit of a dick.
No, that's what they used. That's what they said. Everybody acts. Okay, never mind.
I get what you're saying, Seth.
What you think?
attacking me.
Let me. What is he screaming about?
He's attacking me.
I got my headphones on, and I hear him go just screaming. Zeph, what are you screaming about? Zeph, what are you screaming about, Zeph?
Just call me racist.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Missed part of the show? We got you covered at
Zeph having a meltdown?
BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to Bubba Live Worldwide.
Yesterday's Clement Kush with the great Phil Henry available. Go to wherever you download your wherever you get your podcasting, whether it's iHeart, whether it's Bubba Army HQ, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. It doesn't matter. We're everywhere. Just type in the Bubba Army Podcast. Everything from Operation Pigmentation. Seth's doing a new one today. The Girls of the BRN, which will be Merch Crick, Ashley, Heather Wiz, and Maria Guatemala.
Oh, Heather Wiz.
Yeah, Wiz. Man. There's some hotness in that.
That's a lot. That's going to be a lot to handle. Who's hosting that?
You.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Thank God I don't give you one of those Canadian gimmicks. You'd be hard the entire time.
Have we said happy Juneteenth today?
Happy Juneteenth. We were ready to celebrate your fine holiday this past Saturday at Latin Sons Barbershop. We had everything. We had it all lined up. We had the drink. We had the food. We had the vendors. We had the cash cube. We had the live on YouTube. We had the prize wheel. We had the Diaco Law $10,000 cash cube. Latin Sons were handing out stuff. And we had it just was going to be a really, really, really good event. And then I've seen some haters on me. They'd be like, "Oh, you just a little bit of rain, and you guys couldn't, wait it out." I'm like, I don't even respond. But like, you're just typical. You just went there to cancel it because most people would have been able to, outdo the rain. You guys just couldn't put up with a little bit of rain. Listen, this rain was 20 minutes of some of the hardest rain I've ever seen, and it completely flushed us out.
The streets were flooded.
We had boxes of merchandise that were floating downriver. For real.
Bubba, Kyle's saying that we should have checked the weather, and we should have known that this is going to be a super hard rain.
First of all, in Florida, unless you live in Florida, you're never going to throw up into somebody's face. You need to check the weather, because literally having a track that's very weather sensitive, I've literally been on the grader all day, Lummy, and about every 20, 30 minutes, I'm looking at my weather app, 0% chance of rain, no clouds. And then I go to the radar and I look if there's anything building in the Gulf either way or the Atlantic and which wind the direction is. And then I continually to look at the percentage. Then I go to my Weather Channel app and it says, Zuber, Florida, which is exactly where the track is, the small little town of Zuber. 0% chance of rain. So you start, laying the water to the track, putting the water truck, getting ready for the track to be open, which requires you to water the hell out of the track. And then, right before we literally start racing, and like all the racers are there, whole 9 yards. We're getting ready to do hot laps at 6:30, and this phantom pop-up torrential downpour comes and completely rains for like 20 minutes like it did for us last Saturday, and you completely have to rain out the event because there's no way you can dry the track out.
How much rain can you get before you lose the track completely?
Probably day of.
Yeah. Like inches?
Half inch.
Oh, so it's not a lot then.
Kyle Tripp at 20 on the super track.
There's fine margins on how wet I have to keep the track to be racy all night. And if I got a rain shower coming, then you leave the track dry and let the rain do the watering for you. But then sometimes the rain won't come because you're in Florida and you're dry now and you're frantically trying to put water on the track because you can't be in a dust bowl. Or you got your track perfect, right amount of water on it, and here comes that 20-minute thing that we had on Saturday. So no matter, even if you check the weather in Florida, it could change in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but the meteorologists have an easy job. Normally, they just put 50% chance.
Yeah,
they always put 50.
But hold on, for our event, it was a 30% chance.
Yep,
it was a 30% chance of rain, and everything was looking good. And then I can remember like it was nothing. ginger boy in there, Rhett. I turned to Merch Crick and said, man, that one real dark cloud scares me. And I look up at it, and I didn't even say anything, but I was like, oh, shiz, that looks like a pretty volatile cloud. And then the bottom just let loose, and it was like, oh, my God, Lummy.
It was bad.
It was. I mean, we ruined all the cash. All the cash in the cash cubes ruined. I've had to order new.
Yeah.
And the power supply for the cash cubes broken. We hope that that's the only thing that's broken. If the fans are broken, then Macho Man's already got the Merch Crick ordering backup fans. They're like $60, and we may have to put new fans in it. But it wrecked havoc. There was no chance that we could have recovered from that. I know it stopped.
Well,
yeah.
There was no gutter system, so the entire roof of the building was dumping on us.
Yeah, we were getting dumped. And then Lummy was trying to hold up corners of the tent, and it was just an absolute crap show.
Yeah, keep flushing that part out.
And I was going to tell you about that, about the rain, and somebody did mention it. Like when they give percentages, it's not a percentage. It's going to be 30% chance it's going to rain. When they say that, they're talking about coverage.
Yeah, 30% of the area.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought it's either going to rain or it's not going to rain. It's 50-50.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like a 30% chance of rain.
It's about coverage. The city that you're in.
Can you imagine going this way? A missing woman found inside of a 16-foot python after it reportedly swallowed her in Indonesia. Can you imagine if you're listen, Seth, we bitch about our life and having to do this and having to do that, but we don't ever have to walk down this. Like when you and Steffi are walking down the street, you don't have to worry about a big python coming around the corner and eating you.
In Florida.
What about a gator?
I mean, yes, but you if you know your surroundings and you know that you're near a pond, a freshwater pond, like in a retirement community, they probably have signs about the gators, but if you're around any bit of water in Florida, you better be mindful that there could be a gator in there. And gators can't sneak up on you.
I think it would be fine, though.
Python?
Okay, for one, Bubba, is a python going to be able to get you down? They don't chew. They'd have to swallow you completely whole.
Well, I'm not saying that I'm python material.
Okay. Lummy's not python material.
No, they got some ones in the Everglades that are pretty big.
They couldn't take me or you. They might be able to get Tuttle. Maybe.
Like you could escape its grip?
No, it just would burst the stomach.
Well, here's the deal. They bite you first to try to render you so that you can't get away. But they bite, they just don't swallow you. They bite you.
They constrict you.
They bite you, and then they constrict you. And then they start... Lummy, hasn't there been pictures that they've eaten deer and gator?
Yeah, one 18-foot one down in the Everglades got a 5-foot gator.
And busted his stomach, too. He ate so much, it ripped out of the side of his stomach.
I'd be in there punching his stomach the whole entire time. Can you imagine getting eaten by a snake?
That would be horrible.
I hope I'm dead. I hope that, I'm not alive while he's digesting me.
Here, I sent you a video of them cutting open the snake. From a year ago, the 18-foot python.
And is this where they showed the person?
No, this is the
gator
down in Florida and the gator.
Oh yeah, you can show this. Yeah. So the Burmese python ate the gator.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. But that could be you in there.
Yeah, a little 5-foot person.
Like Merch Crick, she's only like 4'11".
Oh, she's done.
108.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
look at that. And that
see the gator through his stomach.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, the gator actually punched through his stomach.
No, they had to cut it open.
They did on that one.
Yeah.
Well, this python got a little greedy. He went a little too big. It's like when you go to that steakhouse and you get that 64-ounce.
But that's an 18. That's an 18-foot. The one that swallowed that lady was only a 16-footer.
No, don't. But you know what? I was looking at this on this. There's this guy. He's on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, and he's the python hunter, and he goes out and he gets paid by the state of Florida.
He calls them swamp puppies, I think.
Yeah, and they get listen to this deal. They get Seth might buy an airboat and go. I mean, Seth might quit the show to go hunting pythons when he hears the money. So Seth, you get $20 an hour, Plus, you get $50 a python for the little ones, and then there's like you could get up to $300 or $400 a python.
I'm honestly good.
And they got a prize for biggest python of the year.
Yeah, but
I'm as afraid of snakes as you are, Seth. But man, if we had an airboat down there, we could really,
I'm down.
Get those eggs, Bubba.
You would.
Oh, I'd do it.
Tuttle, you would?
Oh, yes.
You get on an airboat and go catch pythons?
Yeah, doing gator hunting is like the fun.
It's Tuttle, and I got real scratchy cell service down here in the Glades, but I am in the process. Me and Lummy rented out an airboat, and we got an airboat from Gary Grubbs, because I think he's got like 5 of them, and we're down here python hunting.
Hitting them with the bang sticks?
Yeah, hitting him with the bang sticks, and then what you have to do, there's a humane way you have to kill the python.
Can't shoot him.
You have to hit it with the bang stick, which renders it disabled, and then you have to put a rod or a screwdriver in between its eyes and scramble its brains, like give it a lobotomy, and that for real, like that is. I read up on it. Like if you're gonna go and register to hunt pythons in the state of Florida, and they catch you killing it. Like the way I would with a shotgun.
Oh, of course, yeah, blow it away.
Yeah, but you have to hit it with a bang stick, which I think like electric renders it helpless for a little bit. Then Lummy, you got to take a screwdriver and go right through the skull of between the 2 eyes and scramble its brains. Then they say that's the humane way.
Bring a nail gun.
Well, yeah, the Japanese created for tuna. Because it's the quickest way to kill it to save the meat. You go the same way. They have this. It's almost like a nail gun, and you put it right to the back of the head. And
so is it like when I killed a boar, and the fact that like you cut its balls off so the meat doesn't get real gamey from the testosterone surge? So what they do is nobody's trying to eat the python, so are they?
They want the skin.
For boots.
PETA also has kind of got involved with but also the skin. You don't want to hurt the skin
because they got with the python boots.
Yes.
You want to be able to go down to the honky tonk and have the pythons?
Yes.
Right.
They're not even supposed to be here. So what is PETA bitching about? Like they're killing all the other animals.
Tuttle, we're great friends with
Tuttle,
PETA.
we love PETA. We don't get in arguments with PETA, okay?
God.
Appreciate you. So anyway, Tuttle, you need to get yourself on a weekend python patrol because it's $20 an hour. And then Lummy, I think it's 50 for little snakes, like 200
50 an egg, I think too.
And 50 an egg. And 50 for small snakes, and like a 12-footer that weighs however many. Like you can get like 250 for it. I mean, you could go out there and make a couple grand in a day.
You could do that, and also something else I wanted to try. Another invasive species is the lionfish that you get like.
Good luck with that.
What?
What do you mean lionfish?
That's a pain in the balls.
You go down there with the spear, and I think you get like $5 for every lionfish you kill.
Yeah. Good luck spearing.
So that means you got to go down like below the boat, snorkeling and or scuba diving, and you got this gun.
Yep.
And you got to shoot this fish.
It is not coming out of its coral hole. You have to draw it out of it. So you have to have bait with you, and then draw it out so you get one per thing. It
sounds like a lot of work
and then you get about
Meanwhile,
a 28% yield on the fish.
You and I, man. I mean, Tuttle, I'll be the airboat driver as long as you keep those snakes away from me.
All right.
And you just go up there with the bang stick, and we'll just have a big pile full of pythons. I mean, Seth, can you imagine? Like, Seth, I made $2,000 pythoning this weekend. You want to make half of that?
I'd rather sell feet pictures.
Wait, you're selling feet pictures?
Yeah, he's selling feet pictures.
You got good
now.
feet?
Yeah, supposedly, I heard it from a reliable source.
Can I see your feet?
Would you shut up for a second?
Sorry.
God, we know what your fetish is, weirdo.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, settle down. Do you need a Canadian gimmick for Seth's feet?
No. Not needed for Seth's feet.
I've heard that Seth has sold a few feet pictures to fans.
To fans?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said fans, but Seth has such good feet that he has sold a few. He has been compensated for pictures for his feet.
Now, or do you get requests on how to pose? Like, can somebody request, I want to see your feet in a mud puddle?
I haven't had that one yet, but I'm willing to accommodate anything.
It's $25 a pic.
Anything people need, as long as I don't really have to leave my neighborhood.
What about feet and Jello?
Tuttle, are you giving him a list of things that you want to know?
Do you want to be my producer?
Tuttle,
I'm just saying.
Tuttle,
yes.
honest to God, Tuttle, are you a feet guy?
Not really.
I think you are.
I like being stepped on. I've had women stand on my face.
You're a foot guy. Come on.
Hold on. You've had women stand on your face?
Yeah.
With their
full weight too. Big feet too.
Like, does that make you get excited?
It does a little bit to have, the feet.
To get faced?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, guess what? I got feet faced.
Yeah.
Usually there's something else you're putting in there on the face. Hey, I got face.
And I've been into the.
Hey, I got feet faced.
Shaw's TV, Super Chat.
The ball kicking too. I've done that with the feet, but it's got to be bare.
So a woman gets a.
I've seen that. That stuff's crazy, man.
The woman gets bare feet and she kicks you in the balls?
Yeah, I went to a dungeon.
Now, what does that do for you other than say, wow, that hurt?
Oh, it's a little bit of a rush.
But she has to have.
That's where you like kind of being a sub, Bubba. I mean, that's really.
I mean, you're not hitting with the bone part of the foot. You're kind of getting the whip back from the toes on the recoil.
I don't know anything about this stuff.
We did it with Drew. I mean, we had a lady come in, and there was a guy there from Orlando, and it was a guy that was worked with her, and she would put on high heels, and she would kick him in the package 20 times, and he loved it.
Yeah, Bubba had someone do that too.
Who?
Me.
Wait, you kicked Bubba in the balls?
No, I'm saying like Bubba had someone do it too.
For real?
Yeah, no, wait, you had a high heel chick come in.
Oh, no.
They used to walk on, and then one walked in my belly button.
Hold on.
It was just bad. I didn't want to bring it up, but
please.
Oh, wait,
trying to make me look bad again, Lummy. Now people are going to hate me because I made you get, steps stomped on.
You put me in the humbler one time.
See? Oh, I remember that.
That's when your testicles are.
You can't stand up. You have to walk hunched over.
Yeah, because this board goes between your ass cheeks, in the back of your legs, and it has your testicles clamped in them, and so you can't go. You can't
stand up.
I mean, but I didn't put you in the humbler for because you messed up. It was we had a girl that had a humbler that we needed somebody to get it wasn't like, hey, Tuttle, you completely lied about being an internet expert, and for punishment I'm going to put you in the humbler.
No,
happened to be that we had a girl that was into the humbling, and we needed somebody and low man on the totem pole at that point. I mean, when you got stomped on and stepped on, you were probably low man on the totem pole.
Yes.
Were you not?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I appreciate it, Bubba. Thank you.
What did she put her high heels on and she stepped in your belly button too?
She had two. You had two at the time do it.
So two of them step on you.
Yeah, with high heels back in the day.
Do we still have any of this footage?
No, I think it went with the hard drive that.
That either the jet ski or crazy ass Terry.
The one Terry, yeah.
I to this day hold that against Russ. I haven't talked to Russ since over this Terry deal.
Wait, did that
it
end
was
badly?
Jet Ski Boy too. They both were his guy.
Yeah.
That ended badly? Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Yeah, it's all bad. Thank you.
Did you see this guy? And we probably every one of us have been there. When you do an edible, and then the edible doesn't kick in, and you're like, well, this ain't nothing. I need to have another one. And then you hit another one. About the second time you hit, about the time you hit the second one, the first one really starts to kick, and then you just piled it on with the second one, and now you're double kicked, and you're completely freaked out, and you're so high that you're uncomfortable. Like it's not even a friendly, cool guy. It's not even a cool high. It's what I call a hospital high. And you freak yourself out. You're like all you want to do is to go to sleep and get through this.
And you can't sleep because you overthink of every little pain.
And then every time I try to go to sleep and pull my eye, and then when I close my eye, when I've been in this condition, and I close my eyes, then there's a movie playing on my eyelids.
Oh yeah.
So I cannot just close my eyes and it be dark. I close my eyes and then there's a movie on my eyelids. Like my eyelids are drive-through screens.
Nice.
Like drive-in. Like my eyes are drive-in screens. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I got two movies going on in my eyeballs, and I'm like, oh my God, I'll never do this again. I'll never do this again. Here's an example of a guy that had a little too much, and the cops know there's nothing you can do for it. Like you're not gonna die. You're gonna check your vitals. You're okay. You're just high.
Orange juice will help.
And the cops are trying to tell this guy.
Inside, sit down on the couch, get yourself some cereal, some donuts, something, relax.
The munchies?
and put on some cartoons or a movie and just lay there and relax. Because you don't want to spend your time in the hospital right now tonight. To be honest with you.
He's like, you don't want to go to the hospital because they're not going to do nothing but maybe pump your stomach. I don't know. Like, what do they even do?
Are these kid paramedics or are these full-grown adults?
No, I think these are what the paramedics look like nowadays.
They look like kids.
I think they're 23 and 24.
This looks like some role playing.
EMT EMT training is only like 2 years.
Okay.
So as soon as you graduate, you could be an EMT by the time you even go through puberty.
It's me.
He said, "This is what he said. I just want to die, man." Listen.
It's weed. You're not gonna die. It's not like you did meth or crack or anything like that. You'll be all right. Honestly.
We've all been there.
You got to be talked down.
I haven't been there.
Hold on.
What do you mean? We haven't all been there.
You've never been so high that you were uncomfortable and freaked out. You're lying now because nobody.
What is uncomfortable and freaked out?
You've never gotten so high that you were freaked out on being so high.
Like if you have tightness in your chest, you're like, all right, this is a heart attack coming on.
No, not that kind of high, but like just so high that you can't go to sleep. You got movies playing in your head.
I mean, when I first started smoking weed. But not as an adult.
No, I'm not saying as an adult, but one time in your life or not. Like I said, we've all been there once.
Well, I just didn't. This guy was just like standing on a street corner, super. I just haven't been there.
No, I think they called him to his apartment.
Oh, okay.
I think he was in his apartment, and that was the hallway of his apartment.
Yeah, he called the paramedics.
And he called the paramedics. They came in.
Okay.
Said he said, listen, the only thing I've ingested is weed. I've not taken crack or cocaine or anything with fentanyl on it. And then they just as the right advice, they give
listen,
buddy, you're just gonna have to go sleep it off.
Yeah, eat some sugar, try to bring yourself down.
Some cereal or something like that. Well, we've all been there. Lummy, and I think that when you guys are working the Twitter with me, by the way, you and Seth have just done a great job keeping our numbers up. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to do that. So please
look for certain things.
Just keep your foot on the gas. But you guys have figured out what I like, and I love girl fights. Like, I love girl fights for some reason. Like ghetto girl fights.
Oh, this one was good.
This one was a good one.
I can only imagine how this is going.
Now, then let me. Somebody did like a voiceover work, like a Marv Albert play-by-play.
Steve Inman.
It's pretty funny.
I can only imagine how this is going to end and how it's going to start out with a couple of bitch slaps to the dome, a buffet of slaps, now getting freaking transition, now transitioning into an unbelievable helicopter move as she gets tossed.
I mean, that helicopter's strong, ain't it?
To the wayside, either that's a real hair or that's some flawless ass adhesive. As the fight continues here in the other side of the gas station, and this fight continues to the sidewalk, and it looks like it's going to transition into the street. And my God, it is all over. It almost looked like she was going to pull off another unbelievable.
And then let me look at they break it down like it's UFC.
Helicopter move. Obviously, things started off with a couple of bitch slaps to the dome.
I mean, listen, I don't care who you are. If somebody's strong enough to helicopter you by your hair, man, that's got to be a bad feeling, right? What's that?
I don't even know if it's strength or if you just have control of someone's whole body.
That's what it is.
Hair.
It is. It's.
You're good at physics.
Yeah.
It's immediately into the unbelievable helicopter maneuver. This isn't the first time we witnessed this here at Non-Essential Commentary. In fact, she didn't break the record.
I mean, that's getting straight yoked.
Today, the record holder actually spun around 15 times previously. And this is where the fight ends up transitioning into the street. She almost pulls off another helicopter unbelievable maneuver, but absolutely just says, I'm done, I'm out. This fight is completely over.
Boom. What somebody asked?
Can you fight a guy like that? Can you pull his hair?
I mean, like if a guy had long hair,
Because I'm not fighting any bald guys if that's the case. I'm only fighting dudes with hair.
All right. But dudes, I don't think dudes are. I don't know if we're like the disparagement between I mean, maybe Lummy could helicopter Tuttle. Tuttle has a nice little handle now.
Yeah.
Shaved on the sides. Lummy, if you got mad enough, I mean, I'm talking full blown like Stone Joey Logano mad, and Tuttle pissed you off. I mean, you could, and Tuttle wanted to fight you. You could just beat him down and helicopter him.
I could
you
probably
not?
fling him. Yeah, I could probably fling him. I'm thinking of Joey.
Do we have Alex Stein on?
Yes, we do.
All right, cool. Let me break. and we'll go with Alex next, okay?
Perfect.
All right.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We were drunker than Nick Hogan's wife when we put this thing together. BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Oh, and then should we ask him? No, I'm not even going to ask him about.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, about the other thing.
We can just talk to him about it when he finally comes here. How stupid he is.
Wait, never mind. I maybe don't need to know.
Yeah. Look at her bullshit.
Oh yeah, these it's got back ends all messed up.
It's weird.
Man, use a friggin' pair of pliers, man. Do you know how easy that shark could take off your fingers?
I was hoping that's what was gonna happen.
Oh, Amy Caulfield. I think she is hot for an older newscaster lady.
Who?
Amy Caulfield. This one right here, in the pink. Well,
oh, the one on the right.
Over. Yeah.
Hey, look, alligator safety advice from Gatorland.
You know, Sexy Savannah is like the lead person at Gatorland over there in Orlando now. The one from the Monsters. I tell you, Mop's got this studio looking good.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, I like your pipe, the setup back here. That desk is badass. Like, this is the first time in a long time, like...
But I mean, the studio...
It looks clean.
Yeah,
it looks
and on camera, it looks good.
Who was, Thomas Cox he was a great engineer.
He was pretty good. He was on...
He's a little stiff, though. But, Thomas Cox, though, he was...
Oog. What's up, Bubba Ginkles? Good morning. Send them to me.
Are we down this morning? We're only at 9. We haven't hit 1,000 today yet. Are we down?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
It's kind of spread out. We're up on Twitch today.
Probably because I was over there. They didn't want to see me.
Bulldog Tommy. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up. Also PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Chip Jones.
Is Alex in? Yeah. All right, so do I have Alex's Joe Rogan deal? I do, but yeah, I got it right here.
And there is a couple F words.
But yeah.
After
Need
like
anything?
No, I'm
30
sure.
seconds or something like that.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, that's where they keep the hand sanitizer?
It's normally right in this area, but...
1 minute, 20 seconds, buddy.
I normally bring my own, but I forgot it.
Same club triplet. What's up, Joe?
Oh, you still go to your bowling night?
Yeah.
You need something?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Same place?
Lemmy, you still bowl?
Yes, sir. Getting better.
I went bowling with you one time on your league, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I like that place.
Yeah.
I go to Sunrise Lanes.
That's a great place.
Yeah, you know it?
Oh, yeah, Sunrise. Long time.
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
No.
It's in St. Pete. It's been there forever.
I know. I used to live in Pinellas County.
What part of Pinellas?
Well, I lived on the beach, but there was no bowling alleys there.
St. Pete Beach?
But Air Beach was the lowest one.
There's a bowling alley on St. Pete Beach.
Yeah, I didn't go to St. But Tweets, because I used to work at Tweets for 6 months.
So they're by the fish camp.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a whole part of his life I don't know anything about.
Skipper's Fish Camp. That's
It's by Skipper's Fish Camp.
Yeah,
Home of their unbelievable fish spread.
Yeah, that's the old Tweets.
Oh yeah. To play.
Yes.
Right. Tell Alex if he let me maybe give him the warm line.
Yep.
You know,
I'll
and
do
tell him that we're having internet issues and like, Mach, are you gonna cuss out the our internet provider? Are you gonna, like, when you get a hold of the Frontier or Spectrum, are you gonna cuss them out and say this is totally unacceptable? Are you gonna rage on them?
We probably should.
Yeah. Can I rage on him and then we?
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. It's like, what else you gonna do about it, bitch? You gonna get some faster internet?
I think our streams
Across the
should
street?
be back up.
Yeah, streams up.
YouTube's back up.
Well, Stein's on the warm line.
Working on everything else,
Alex
but we should
Stein.
be back on the backup.
Our internet's down. Our internet took a hit.
I know. I just noticed that right before we're about to start. All of a sudden, everything just started crashing.
Wow.
But it looks like the stream's still up.
And we have really good internet with a backup to it. Like we have, like 1K internet and then a 500 dedicated line backup. Like that's the way Red, am I describing what we got right or am I wrong?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
I thought we had a 1K primary and then a 500 of dedicated backup is what I thought we had.
Yeah, 50-50, yeah.
So, it all failed? Like that's kind of odd.
No, we had to switch over to the backup manually. So our stream is still up.
So we had to
a lot of our stuff should be coming back up here
never
slowly.
went down.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the stream never went down. It just froze.
Congratulations on being noticed and known and talked about on the Joe Rogan show. Is this the first time?
Yes, that is. But listen, let's not talk about that real quick. I mean, we can talk about it. But
you want to be Johnny Big? You want to be Johnny Big Shot? Say,
Johnny, whatever. I'll just be,
Johnny. I'll go on anybody, and then anybody that has a radio show, guy.
Who else? I don't know who else's radio show to go on, but real quick,
we'll talk privately. What were you going to get into? What were you going to get into, bud?
Well, we had a little heat. I saw you were getting some complaints about your food reviews, and I don't know. I thought some of the complaints were valid because I do think that you modify the limited time offers a little much. I mean,
there's only two things. There's only three things that I don't like: pickles, I don't like mayonnaise, and I don't like mustard. That's it. I just get it. So I just get it without. And it's my food review. Like, don't watch it then if you don't like it, you little bitch. Not only you, but then
I know.
the
But what
next
you're
guy.
trying to do is you're modifying it so that you'll like the item. I think that we would be entertained to see you, spit out a food item.
I don't.
This is so gross.
I think
he can't do mustard, man.
I can't. I'll get sick. I don't like pickles. I don't like mustard. And I don't like mayonnaise. I mean, can I? I mean, I'm
you
sorry.
only like ketchup. Only like ketchup.
I like ketchup. I like McDonald's special sauce they put on the Big Mac. I like some of that stuff.
That's basically mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together, though.
Okay, then.
That's literally just mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together.
You proved my point. I like what I like. Quit trying to get heat with me on something stupid.
I'm not even trying to get heat. I love your food reviews. I'm a fan of your food reviews. I'm just saying, sometimes I do.
That's what Bubba's having trouble with. Like, people are giving him feedback because they see a way to potentially make it funnier. And Bubba thinks all those people are haters and trolls when they're really just trying to help him out because they love it.
Well, they're haters and trolls is because I'm not changing. They know that I ain't going to change. I'm not going to go and get a hamburger today, a special hamburger that Burger King only offers for another week, and it's got mayonnaise and pickles on. I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna get that sandwich without that. Jesus, you bunch of Dabbleverse bitches! Everybody just making.
I'm not surprised that you're allergic to cucumbers. I'm not surprised that you don't like cucumbers.
Oh, don't act like you're Johnny Health Fitness either, okay, buddy?
He's plant-based.
Well, I am plant-based pimping, and I eat mayonnaise and pickles, and I'm not picky at all.
And you're also 35 pounds heavier than your fight.
Oh no!
Wait, that is true. That is true.
All right, and you're on TV. You're on TV.
Macho,
You look
Ask Macho
bloated.
what it's like in bulk season. In bulk season, I have to gain the weight because I'm about to do a cut, so I want to be more muscular.
Yes, he's in bulk season, Bubba.
Right.
Just ask Macho what it's like in off season. You're supposed to gain. I'm supposed to be gaining. Is Macho there? Macho, can you back me up?
Oh, he's actually right here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's coming in
He's
here.
working.
Hold on. What do you do? Hold on. He's coming in here. He's coming in here. Mach is coming here. What do you need? You need me to step away?
He's looking at
He just gave me a thumbs up with a
He
trap
knows I'm in off
flex.
season. I'm in off season, and so then when I shred again, very shortly, very soon, probably before I get to Tampa, I'll be all muscle. So that's just how it works.
How are you
When
gonna
you're a bodybuilder like Macho and I, this is just how we do
Anyway,
it. You know, we have
Joe Rogan mentioned Alex yesterday a little
This
bit.
is like this right-wing comedian. He goes to one of these Ukraine protests, and he brings a
Now, Alex, isn't this pretty cool that you're on Joe Rogan's radar?
With Shane Gillis there?
it's bad A. I know we're on the terrestrial. I don't want to.
You can say
ass. No, it's awesome.
homeless guy, and he says, my wife's boyfriend is homeless, why don't you help him and the homeless people here? And this guy like legitimately tries to engage him, like, why are we sending all this money to Ukraine when we have this homeless problem right here? My wife's boyfriend's homeless. And he's got this dude.
I mean, he's got the whole legit of it too. I mean, he's got it.
with his shirt off, and he's like shaking his cup with change in it, like, come on, man, give me some money. I'm like, we donate some money to him, and the guy like tries to engage
explain.
about the problems with Ukraine, and we have a legitimate problem with Ukraine.
I mean, what else do you do?
But this guy is like that liberal robot zombie repeating shit that he saw on CNBC, just saying it.
He's got no shot. If somebody comes with a homeless dude and starts fucking with you, if they're a tag team,
yeah, fuck
you and a homeless dude roll up and start fucking with people.
Oh Jesus, my God, Lummy! I didn't know there was 4 in a row. I thought there was only 2.
Short space.
4. No, I got it. It says I got 8.3 seconds left on the dump, but I can't go. I mean, that was 4 Fs in a row. Is there
There's
any?
a lot of Fs.
There's a lot more after 1 minute.
Yeah. All right. So anyway.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, let's not get. Yeah, but no, it's awesome that Joe Rogan gave me a shout out. No, are you kidding? I'm so thankful.
And he even played the whole video too.
So what's in?
Bubba,
Yeah.
So I went and got my tooth finally fixed. I went to this like a low income Hispanic dentist, and on my show last night, my whole left face was numb, and I went and I tried to eat a burrito, and I bit. There's a hole. I can't believe I'm not on camera. The whole left side of my face is swollen, and my lip is so bloody because I bit it, and I was bleeding live on the show, dripping down my mouth. I don't know if Lummy showed you those photos, but
no,
I didn't know if we could show that with the blood on the.
That's why you're not supposed to eat while you're still feeling the effects of Novocaine.
But why did you go to the cheap? What happened to the Texas A&M?
They broke out for summer school. They had to go on summer break, so then I couldn't get in again, and I just had to get this tooth fixed. But it ended up being better because they were trying to do a whole root canal and crown. I went to a Latina dentist, and they were able to just give me a big filling and save me about $2,000. So I think it ended up being good. But now the left side of my face is just swollen. Like I can't hardly talk right now.
They give you pain pills?
No, they did not. But they gave me a little nitrous while I was in the chair, and I was
so good.
feeling. Oh, and speaking of, you guys have never been violently high. I mean, everybody. The first time you have an edible, you get so high you feel like you're going to die.
Well,
I don't know how that's.
I think all of us admitted to it. Seth, eventually, we broke him down to admit to it, so he didn't want to quite give up that information.
The worst is the Delta 9 though, because it gets you kind of messed up, but then it gets you like paranoid. It's not.
Yeah, it's kind of more of a synthetic kind of deal than an organic kind of weed. A THC weed high is different than a synthetic Delta 9 high. You know what I'm saying? The more organic from the flower high you get is probably the better for you. Even psychologically, it's got to be better for you.
Wait, now I realize where you're getting mad about the Dabbleverse. So are you mad that I had a Steel Toe Morning Show? Do you know what is happening to his wife and how his wife's swapping?
I don't have any. Hold on. Not only do I not know about it,
damn, he said he's just like you, Bubba.
I don't want to know about it. And if
what
you
do you mean,
and
Bubba?
if you
Alex, come on, dude.
Alex, I don't want to give this guy any real estate. I don't want to talk about this guy. If you don't recognize that, I'm going to hang up on you. This conversation, about this guy is over.
Bubba, I think
and the similarities that you're saying are similarities that I've been doing for 15 or 20 years ago, and he's just a biter. And I know what happened, and it's really a testament to you. You shouldn't be appearing on this guy's show. He's a complete.
You know who Nick Rekieta
he's a
is?
complete hack.
Is.
He's a complete hack.
Yes, but you don't know who Rekieta is. You know, Rekieta one time was the biggest law tuber on the internet. He went super viral for covering the Johnny Depp case and covering I forget what other case. And
I think we sent you an invite, or with their.
I'm doing it right now.
We're trying to send you an invite.
It's sent now, so we can look at his swollen face.
Yeah. So I don't want to talk about this at all. I don't care who was a famous YouTuber back in the 80s. I don't care about this guy does the same thing I did. I don't want any of that. I don't want to talk about this guy. I tried to help this guy early on when he first got fired from regular radio. I had him on. I promoted him. I was good to him. I don't have any problems with him. And then anytime he wanted some fake heat or some type of deal, he needed to stir up some business, he'd start taking shots at me, hopefully that I would respond back, my much larger audience. And so I figured the guy out quickly, and I don't have anything to say about him. I don't care what he's been through. I don't care about his wife. I don't care that they used to swap. I don't care that he lost her to swapping. I don't care about the pills. I don't care about any of it. I don't want to know about any of it.
Hey, there he is.
Ketamine involved. The kid just got popped. They took this Rekieta guy's kid, and they did
I don't want to talk about it.
Let me just say the Rekieta statement. They took his kids. CPS took his kids. They did a drug test. One of the kids tested positive for cocaine in their hair.
Okay, who's this guy?
Rekieta,
the lawyer guy.
Okay, and who's Rekieta?
It's the lawyer guy. That is the whole.
He did the Johnny Depp thing. He was the YouTuber.
Where's your tooth?
This is the tooth that hicks out here.
Oh,
this is
God.
Ew. That's from dipping. From dipping. I can
no,
tell
it's
you're
not.
You're
I
back
bit
on
it.
You're back on dip.
I'm not on dip right now.
Can I step in?
Yeah, you can, Pat, because you know what dip. You know how bad dip is.
Yeah, because
you know how bad dip is. Look what it did to your jaw.
That is the gum line of a dipper right now.
I bit my lip online. I mean, I was on.
But you do dip. You do dip.
The sense.
I haven't been dipping as much lately. I'm trying to.
You dip. You dip, bitch.
What you dipping?
Okay.
What you dipping?
He dips Copenhagen.
Oh, that's too expensive. I used to. I had to go to Grizzly.
Oh, you're on Grizzly? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that Grizzly extra fiberglass. Bubba, this is from last night. This is me bleeding on my show.
That's great. The show that you have other radio guys on, but not me. That's great. Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding? I try to have you on. You just go. First of all, you go to bed at 6 p.m. at night, which is kind of hampers a later
I can be on your Friday night show.
Is that Friday night?
Do I do a Friday night show? You're the one that does a Friday night show. Friday and Saturday I take off.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't do one then.
I would do a show if you on a particular day. I'd stay up till what time's your show start? 8?
Do you want to come on the show tonight? You can come on the show tonight.
No, not with this much notice. No, I need.
What do you mean, dude? He's inviting you on the show, Bubba. Let's
I was watching Blaze TV a few like maybe
You've been on a show once.
I did watch
at the track.
I was watching Blaze TV. And there's like this conservative girl. I think maybe she's before Glenn. It was like 5 in the afternoon, and she was kind of cute. And she's
Sarah Gonzalez or Ali Bestucky?
Ali Bestucky.
She's huge. She's got a huge audience.
And she's I'll tell you one thing, she's hot. And she's kind of like a MILF Christian hot. You know, like she's
like... Yeah, but I'm not even trying to cut you off. Actually...
but you did.
Well, I just want to say Ali Bestucky, kind of her vibe is that she's more of a mom. She's like very non-sexual. So I
wasn't trying to make her sexual. I was just saying she was attractive.
Her looks like
she's attractive, and
she's attractive, but
she probably represents
really
that evangelical mom that stays at home and wants to raise a family, Little House on the Prairie style.
That's fair.
That's her.
Fair.
She was talking about how she wasn't going to go as hard on her Target protest as she, like they've kind of backed down a little bit. But she is mindful and doesn't do business with a couple other companies that didn't align with her evangelical. But I thought she was a great host.
She is,
and I thought that she was attractive, and I thought that again, she not everybody knows their way. Not a lot of people can sit behind a microphone and do long form spoken word by themselves. and she does a good job at it.
No, she's really good, but her whole thing is being relatable, you know. So she's not all about like glitz and glamour. She's more about being like a modest, good Christian.
I know.
mom.
I figured that out.
I bet she's a freak behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
but I bet you she's an
I
absolute.
doubt
I
it.
bet you she's
You know,
a
it's funny
freak.
with
She's a
Allie
freak.
Bestucky. I'm telling you, she like tries to keep her family out of the limelight. She's like so professional. I don't know. I think she's just
You can't be
has
a freak in the
husband that she
bedroom
loves.
and be professional?
Yeah, you don't think these girls are freaks
I
in the
doubt it.
bedroom? I mean, you know, listen, I know.
I would never talk ill about Allie Bestucky.
We're
She's
not,
so
and
talented.
we're not. We're not saying about. I actually am the one that brought the subject matter up by saying that I stumbled upon Blaze TV, found this chick to be attractive, and thought she was a good talk show host. I don't know how you get negative around that, my friend.
Okay, well that's fair. That's fair. I just don't want to. We just
With your swollen up face and your dipping teeth.
I don't think Alex wants to get on the Blaze radar.
Yeah, I don't want to get mad. Last night we had.
You should get on the Blaze radar by saying Bubba the Love Sponge says that Allie's pretty goddamn, hot and talented.
She just blasphemized God, and she
talented.
loves him. She loves Jesus
Dear
Christ.
Allie, I'm
so
sorry
leave
for
her.
saying GD. Dear Allie, I have
There
so
you
much
go.
respect for you that I'm sorry while describing you, I said GD. That's not cool. Sorry, but you're attractive and you're talented. Thank you.
Wasn't God responsible for sex? He created it all.
Yeah, didn't God? I mean, how would he made?
Did God create sex? I don't know. I mean, you're supposed to have sex with your wife.
God
but,
created procreation.
Yes, but you got to think, Bubba, that if you go into the Bible that way, is that you, God does not want you lusting after other women.
Well, how else are you supposed to be able to get,
Other women. So if that person's married, you're not supposed to lust after her.
I know, but you can lust after your wife and bang the hell out of her.
Exactly.
Have 3, 4 kids. I mean, that's one of the big reasons why they're freaked out over these all the immigrants and the fact that the immigrants are breeding and having 3 or 4 kids, and the average American couple are having 1 kid. Like, our birth rate is down right now. So eventually we're going to be, I think they say Canada's going to be overran by immigrants by 2060.
Listen to this. The most popular name in California was Smith. Now it's Hernandez.
Really?
And that's California. I think the other states it's still Smith, but in California, Hernandez has overtaken Smith.
Yeah. Now, are you going to call Joe up or get a hold of his people and see if you want to do since you're top of mind on, what he has seen and what you do? I mean, when do you blow that call in to do the show?
I've had some calls into him. I don't know if he's ready to have me on.
I mean, have you called him?
I've talked to Joe Rogan's people on some stuff, and they've yet to invite me on.
No, him and I follow each other on X, and I DM him, and he DMs me back, and I was like, hey Joe, I might be promoting something soon. Can I get on the show? And he said, give me plenty of notice, but yes. So that's what I got back from him.
That'll be huge. That'll be huge.
I'll be flying into Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Joe
are you gonna bring Seth? Is Seth gonna carry your luggage?
No, Seth ain't coming.
It's Bubba in the merch crate.
No, not even the merch crate.
Who's gonna get the BTS footage for the vlog?
Yeah.
Is Rhett gonna go?
Oh, I didn't think about that. If I brought the merch crate, she could get the footage, but I don't like.
He's got the big wolf in the studio. You got to get some.
But here's the deal, man. I don't think you bring your girlfriend when you're promoting what I'm promoting. I think you just go with your agent.
Oh, go with Button Up Bean?
You go with Button Up
Then
Bean.
don't even bring Tom Bean. I mean, why not? I mean, if you're not going to bring anybody, why bring your agent? Doesn't that seem a little more?
Let's go by myself.
Yeah, just go by yourself.
Probably.
Is it unheard of for the guys just go by go by themselves, and I have to do my own video documentation and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, but you just get a selfie at a studio and stuff. You don't have to, make a Stanley Kubrick film. This isn't Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, basically storybook where I am and where I've gone and what I'm doing. I can do a little picture of the studio, saying, fixing to walk in with Joe here in a minute, something like that. Send that back to the boys. Let them feather it up real nice and get it out.
I think that would do well on Twitter for sure.
Yeah,
even just a selfie with Joe.
Who do you think will get on Rogan faster, me or you?
I think you will probably get on Joe Rogan's faster.
Now, once you get on Rogan, can you use that then with everybody else and their brother and say, hey, I just did Rogan?
A lot of people do, yes. That's like a lot of people's thing. It's like I was a guest on Joe Rogan's podcast, so it opens up a lot of doors. No,
if I'm gonna call, give me the big 5 podcasting franchises. Joe Rogan.
Well, Joe Rogan's number 1. And I'm not saying this is not in any particular order, but PBD's pretty big. Patrick Bet-David. I know you guys were talking about him.
Right.
I think you could get on Patrick Bet-David's podcast. I don't think that would be hard at all.
All right.
Rob is.
yeah. I can definitely get on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Because
I think you can get on
his
him.
executive producer is my former executive producer, Rob.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't understand that. I think Rob started following me on Instagram. So that guy used to work for you.
Yeah,
and
that guy
now
worked
he
for
works
me. And before he worked for me, he worked for Calta. So he knows it all.
Oh, wow. He's really connected with everybody.
So I can get on. So that's the second one. And where's the third one? Outkick?
Oh.
Who's the real world guy?
Theo Vaughn.
Theo
Yeah,
Vaughn.
you need to get on Theo
Can
Vaughn's
you think I could?
You would be perfect.
And I tell Theo, hey, well, I can't say this on the air. But what I'm just saying is, like, you had a guest fairly recently that probably said you couldn't talk about some stuff. Well, I can talk about everything, wide open. Theo,
and then you need to get on Tucker. You need to. Candace is big right now.
Would Tucker have me? See, Seth
was giving you some grief because you said he didn't respond to your text messages, but I do feel like you have.
No, he does. He does respond to my text messages. It's just not overly. It's not as friendly as it used to be.
But Tucker doesn't have Fox News, restricting any of his guests anymore.
Right.
So I don't know why he wouldn't have you because you do have a history together.
Right.
So I don't know.
But I got him in a lot of
trouble.
trouble.
This is your problem, though, Bubba, is that a lot of people like Hogan, right? Hogan is going to be one of the most popular guys. So sometimes I think people feel like they might be doing Hogan an injustice. They might be burning a bridge with Hogan by having you on. I mean, I'm sure you've already thought of that predicament.
No, that's why exactly they're going to put me on, because of things I got to say.
I know, but we got him in the fence. We need a public. I need to go to Hogan. I saw he has a new beer brand out where he's
Real
traveling
American
the country.
beer.
And he does these events. I need to go to him and I need to confront him and be like, listen, you just gotta. I know you don't have to be friends with Bubba, but can we just, maybe publicly forgive him or just,
As a Christian.
I mean, he actually, one of the things about the beer is it's a nice beer to have with a friend that you guys would agree upon. I think in the marketing of the beer, they were like, it's a beer that you can bring friends together.
You can bring the left and the right together.
You can bring the left and the right together. Well, I mean, me and Hogan, we're like the left and the right.
That's what I'm saying. I've already been looking at his beer tour. I need to go to one of these beer outlets.
With a Bubba Army shirt on.
Maybe I could secretly do it or something.
Yeah, I would say no Bubba Army shirt. Just walk up and say, hey, Terry, listen, I'm really, 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 really good friends with Bubba, and he's so sorry, and he hurts every day, and he knows that he messed up, but that he didn't distribute the tape. That there was a bunch of bad guys, but I'm not going to get into it. I know everybody hates it. There's that he knows. And be like, Terry, you know the whole story of that.
Bubba, why don't you record something for him?
Why can't you?
Well, and I would say, Terry, listen, you guys don't have to be best friends again, but can we just, no bad blood, can we just move on?
I want to be friends again.
Well, I know, but I would come at him like, listen, it's not like you have to become besties right away.
You need to say, hey, man, when you get back to Tampa, can Bubba have lunch with you?
Okay, that's what you want to say. Is that okay? Would that make your day have more than Joe? What would be bigger? If Joe Rogan called you up and said, "Let's go, come on the podcast, fly you first class to Austin," or if Terry called you and said, "Meet me at Hogan's on the beach and let's have a."
I gotta go to the Joe Rogan deal.
No, you would go to Hogan.
Business wise, on what I'm fixing to do, I gotta go do Rogan. Sorry, Terry, I'll have lunch the next day.
I don't think so.
Lummy,
what do you think, Lummy? Do you think that he would turn down Terry? I don't think he would. You have too much history
for
with
business
Terry.
wise. I think
if I had to pick between lunch with Terry or do a Rogan show promoting my gimmick, I'm doing Rogan show. I'm sorry, it's business.
Well,
he'd ask if he could, meet up the next day.
Yeah, just tell Terry I miss him, and Bubba would love to, get back in your good graces or be your friend or whatever.
What if you got in front so Alex didn't forget it and you just did like a 15-second video?
No, I think that's too gimmicky.
Yeah, that might be hard to show him a video and get his attention. I would have to have, I'd have to be laser focused on him and get.
You're just gonna have to do. You're gonna have to come up with your gift of gab and just say, make it very special, very sweet, very quick.
Do you think Hogan is still listening to your show?
No, he doesn't have any idea how to get on YouTube.
You don't think so? You don't think he knows how to do any?
I don't know. It would be interesting to know if he has listened or, has been. I don't know. He might just hate me so much that, anything to do with me. I know he's got me blocked on Twitter.
No! No, you're blocked by Hogan on Twitter.
Well, you don't think his handlers are on there? Just they block you so he can't even see
he's
you?
not running his Twitter because he's always doing those posts. He doesn't know how to post.
No.
Like that.
Hey, if you and Hogan went to lunch, who pays?
Me.
Wait, even with the money you made off?
Yeah,
of it?
I gotta try. Even though he made
Terry's used to being wined and dined. You kind of wine him.
Hold on. You don't think I know every characteristic of the guy? I know everything about him.
No, but I'm just saying, he doesn't want to have to worry about getting his wallet and swiping.
No, we're gonna go to his restaurant. He's gonna comp it. Be like, all right, we got a rudder.
And you're gonna get no mayonnaise, no pickles, no sour cream, no mustard.
Lay a 10 or a 20 down for Tiz Zip. Let's get out of here, do some Piz Erks, lift some Whiz 8s. Like the old times, get on the jet skizzies. I mean, we were such unbelievable friends. I went into the operating rooms with him when he used to go through surgeries. I would scrub up and go into the operating rooms as a witness that they weren't taking pictures of his wiener. Did you know that?
Yes, you told me the story,
Yeah.
and it makes me sick because as a wrestling fan, as a guy that idolized Hulk Hogan, and then when NWO and Hollywood Hulk, I really got into Hulk when he became Hollywood Hulk Hogan when he was like the heel, right?
Yeah, with NWO.
And I loved him, dude. I loved him. So
that's when we were running. That's when I was running hard with him. That's what we'd take private planes to like Binghamton, New York, and he'd do a run in with him and Hall and Nash, and Bischoff would lay out this big program, for the NWO guys to come out and fight, a bunch of other dudes, and then literally Hall, Nash, and Hogan would be high and drunk in the back of the room. Hogan would be like, "Man, let me tell you something, Eric. Going out in that ring's a real like a real buzzkill. So why don't you just we'll just go out there, hit him over the head with a chair, and then come back here so we can drink more Miller Lights and take pills." Like they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Nash,
No,
Hall,
Especially
Nash, and
Kevin
Hogan.
Nash. Yeah, when Kevin Nash, he even talks about it on his podcast.
Yeah.
Once he got that contract, he was like, I just didn't want to get hurt.
And Kevin Nash had a what they call a favorite son clause in his contract with WCW. So outside of Hogan, if anybody made more money than Nash, his contract was voided and he was paid $1 more than that new guy. It's called a favorite son deal. And outside of Hogan, because nobody could compare to what Hogan was making, but like if they would bring in Flair, they bring in Bret Hart, when WCW started bringing in all the old timers like Steiner and all these guys that were getting $2.5-3 million. I think Kevin Nash's initial deal might have been like 2.5. Well, anybody that came in, I think they brought Macho in like at 2.6. Well, he'd be 2.6.01. Yeah, yeah. So
what's funny too about Kevin Nash is he's one of my favorites, but he was never the champion really. He never really had a long champion reign. He'd always be
out of
champion
all
for a
the
little
guys that Terry hung out with, especially when we were all at TNA. Me and Nash got the closest. He is absolutely brilliant when it comes to world politics. When it comes to
his podcast is good.
He's no nonsense, and he's a great dude. And him and I got really close when we worked for TNA. We'd be in the back, and he'd be like, "Man, this bunch of bullshit is not going to work. I don't know how much longer Dixie Carter's daddy's going to keep paying for all this high-priced Tiz outlet laying around here doing nothing." We had Flair doing nothing. They had them all. They had at one time, Dixie went, and her checkbook was open, and she could go get anybody she wanted. So
Ted Turner was paying for all that.
No,
right?
no, that was WCW.
Yeah.
WCW was Ted Turner. TNA was Dixie Carter.
The actor. Okay.
And her dad owned Panda Energy, out of like a big oil field out of Texas or something like that. Big energy company out of Texas. So her dad bought her TNA as a plaything, so she could go and play wrestler.
Like Sean Khan's doing now, like that Khan guy.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Except Pops at Panda Energy knew when to go ahead and take the paycheck, take the open checkbook away when she's losing literally TNA would lose $12 million a year. She went like a couple of years losing $20 million. Did
it ever make any money?
I don't think so. She was paying everybody so much money.
You see the WNBA.
Did you know what? Did you know what Dixie Carter paid me? And you know what I did? Nothing. I just went back and did a couple interviews in the back. That's all I did. They were paying me $12,000 a month. Yes, I'll show
and
you.
that's in 1990 something. I mean,
No,
that's
that's
a lot.
in 2010.
Oh wow. Well,
She's
that's still a lot.
she's paid
in
me.
2010, that's like 20.
That was only. I had to drive over to Orlando twice a month. Had to be there like by 6, and got out of there like at 11. And I'd have Tom the Tree Man drive me because I had to do my show the next morning. So I would sleep in the back of my Suburban. I kind of rigged up a bed there. But for 2 times a month to be on TV, $12,000. So I mean, she was paying Hogan like $1 million a month or something.
And you're telling me you would sleep in your Chevy Suburban? You'd have a bed in the back of it or something?
I put both chairs down and put a queen like a queen.
Yeah, they fold down and you would sleep.
And I
paying you all that money. You don't want to go stay at like a Red Roof Inn for $40 a night.
I had to be on the air at 6 a.m.
Oh, I see.
So we wouldn't get out of there till 11. So Tom the Tree Man would drive me home. I had a personal driver. So it was big time back in the day. So anyway, I don't want to talk about that one situation unless it's private, and you need to stop.
Okay, we can talk about that privately, but this is the other thing is, there's just internet drama. You've been in internet drama. Sometimes people
This guy's trying to be me.
You should be pumped. This guy's life is crumbling in front of everybody's faces.
Good, because he deserves it. Good, because he deserves it. You know what?
I'm empathetic. I feel bad. The guy
tried.
trashed me too, and I just overlook it.
I
can
put
forgive.
the guy on the air the day he got fired terrestrially and said, "You got hosed, buddy. I'm here for you." And then what's he do? Anytime he needs a little bit of heat or something, he would start crap with me, trying to get me to talk about it. So I'm over
but
that.
People do that to me all the time. You got to be the bigger man. You're Bubba.
Time's up. We got to go. Talk to you privately later. Love
Chicken
you.
sandwich.
Holy shit, a lot of people have worked here. Glad we built BubbaArmyHQ.com for all the PTSD memories.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Yeah, that was the one we were
Oh, man. You okay, buddy?
Yeah,
You just power picking it?
just getting ready to be lazy.
You just power picking it?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thank you for corralling all those people together for today's podcast.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think I did anything.
No, you really did. Just being the catalyst of the podcast, it does wonders.
Yeah, I just let them know I was available whenever they could make it work.
Damn, I'm gonna go get something to eat after this.
Loner and Stoner's out now.
Oh, it is. Cool.
Make sure we hit it last break, okay?
Yes, please. I was gonna ask that.
Hey, Lummy, do you have like notebook paper in your binder?
No, you want notebook paper or computer paper?
I just wanted a piece of paper just to write my questions down on.
With the computer paper?
Yeah. We got where? Yeah. Do we have some?
Yeah, I'll have some back there.
Okay.
I got time. I go grab one.
Thanks, man. I just realized I never needed paper before.
I'll get you some.
Thanks, man. This is a real EP right there. I don't know, Chip. I had a whole bag of Reese's last night.
Really?
But I won't be eating until probably 3 o'clock today. So
you're fasting, but on Reese's.
It's a total accident, but yeah, not the way to do it, but.
Yeah, sometimes when I used to take my medication, I'd forget to eat too.
Well, I can't. Like, I got 2. I'm doing a podcast at 11:30 and then 1, and I just can't.
Do you want me to go get you something?
No. I'm good. I just can't eat like until I'm done with work. I don't know if it's just the like adrenaline or whatever, but.
You just power picking it?
SpaceX lunch tonight.
I put them in the freezer too. Last night was fucking weird, man. I went down in the kitchen. I didn't remember how I got there. There was a Xanax in my mouth. I didn't. Dude, like there was a Xanax, like, and I clearly. I mean, I was.
Did you forget to swallow it?
I don't remember putting. I don't take Xanax in the middle of the night. Like I was like, what the fuck? I threw it away.
Oh, dude!
You didn't throw it away. Hopefully you kept it.
I didn't keep it. It was just a. I'll get you guys a Xanax if you need one.
No, Ambien and Xanax.
Fuck
make
you,
me
bitch.
eat.
You know I would never.
No, I know. I'm just saying it was a fucking weird. It was a very weird. It was a very
Were you
weird.
sleepwalking?
I don't know, man. Honestly, like I don't know how I got a Xanax in, but last night was a little bit more weird than usual. So I normally know exactly what happens in the middle of the night. At least I don't like go to my neighbor's house and kill anybody or anything.
No, I'm always afraid. Because is that really a good defense? I was high. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, Chip. So if I cut out that shit, I'd be fucking real skinny. Thanks, dude. You're a real American man.
I got a couple, yeah. I drink real American beer.
Your hair just totally down this morning. Really threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I know. It was annoying on the way in.
Seth, you just need to go like all protein, high protein. Let's get the muscle build up. Get a bigger engine in there. It burns more fat.
Were you sleeping in and missed the first hour of the show?
Are you ready?
Don't worry, it's all at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Seth has informed me that the Stoner Loner Stoner show, complete with haircut.
Yeah, and the YouTube video. Is the YouTube video up?
Yeah, I don't know if the YouTube video's out or not, but it's coming soon. So you can audibly download the Stoner and Loner. Is it Loner Stoner?
Loner and Stoner show.
You can podcast-wise download the Loner and Stoner show and listen to the brilliance audibly. And then you can go to our YouTube channel and watch these two bozos get a haircut.
It was a great show.
Both are great. Also, don't forget Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army shop, Bubba Army store. Loan me the slides and the 2 different styles of the Fat Man Dunks Air Bubba 2s. Are only going to be available till July 1st. We're only taking pre-orders till July 1st.
Nice.
So
get them.
Tuttle, what would you can pick 2 out of the 3.
The Dunks for sure, if that's okay.
Which ones?
The Dunks.
Well, they're all Dunks.
Okay, all right.
You dumbass.
I'm sorry.
You want tennis
slides? Black and red or green? You want slides?
Tennis shoes.
The tennis shoes. What do you want, Tuttle?
I want tennis shoes.
I know. What color?
I'll go. Do you got black?
We got. Are you not looking at the screen?
I can't see. I'm almost blind.
The black and red or
yes,
the green?
I want a black. Okay.
Black and red or the green and reds?
Black.
Do you want slides?
No, tennis shoes.
What size are you?
10.5.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lumet,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council, co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time
time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repay hello.